Now, imagine you found a way to do trading and investing that will consistently grow your wealth that take very little of your time. Imagine you no longer have to go back to your 9 to 5 or your normal jobs. Imagine you no longer just have to swap your time for money, swap your labor for work, swap your labor for money. No, imagine you no longer have to go back to your self-employed, to your business, where you are able to make an income just from trading and investing, taking just 1 hour a week from your laptop, just like thousands of my successful one-to-one students. That is the purpose of this talk. If that is what you're looking for to make another stream of income, that is the point of this training. I am so excited for you because you are in for a great treat. Mark my word. I promise you, by the end of this session, if you are not excited, if you're, if, I can't even explain using words. If you are not pumped up, wow. Now, let's get straight into it right now. First for all, first for all, hi guys, my name is Raven. In today's talk, I'm literally going to be giving you some of the best trading strategies in the world on trading and investing, exactly how to do it. So, no matter whether you're a complete beginner, experienced trader, done something before, or in any parts of the world right now, by the time you finish this training, I'm going to be giving you, we're going to be making sure that you will be able to use these best in the world strategies right now to start making an income taking an hour a week. I'm so excited. This is going to be well worth your time. Now, in this training, so buckle up. It's going to be a while, right? In this training, I'm literally going to be showing you how I make over 17 million of my money starting from really, really broken. Now, a lot of people has been verifying me. I appeared on TV in 2018. I was one of the first youngest guy in the UK to buy Bitcoin. This is on TV. You know, a lot of newspapers have been interviewing me, verifying me. King's Business Review was reviewing me. Um, but I want to warn you, this isn't a get rich quick scheme because everyone is different. Scaling your finances, like everything else, involves risk. That's worth doing, involve risk. Yeah. And so most people will do nothing. So your result will vary. Now, this is why I make content every week on my YouTube channel, link on my bio, to help people like you, employees, business owners, to scale up your businesses and make sure your result as good as I reliably can. If you watch this powerful training till the end, not only your mind will be blown, you will be so happy, but also I will be giving you a chance to win a 5,000 prize value. So make sure you have a pen and paper. I want you to go and take a pen and paper right now. No matter what you are doing right now, no multitasking. Pay full attention. Okay, you have 90 years of your life, 50 years of your life. I'm just requiring you to take a very, very small minutes of your life right now and pay full attention. You're going to be so excited. Take a pen and paper because if you take a pen and paper, if you send me your notes, the 5 powerful strategies, trading strategies that you can use right now, discuss in this video. Take a picture of your notes and send it to me on Instagram or on WhatsApp. You're gonna have a chance to win your prize. So let's talk about it straight away right now. How do most people make their money? Most people make their money by having a job or a business. Yes. What do you actually mean? They are swapping their time for money. They're swapping their youth, their labor, their relationship for money. And once they got the money, what do they do with it? They spend it on their lives. They spend it on their lifestyle. They pay their bill. They pay their mortgage. They pay everything else. And what happened? The money runs out. And what happened when the money runs out? They have to go back to the job again on Monday and then come back again, do the same thing again. Until when? Until when the government says, you know what, you are too old to work for us, you know, until you drop usually. So this is what we call it as a financial trap. Yes, financial trap, where you have to keep on working just to pay for your lifestyle. Now, maybe you are in a situation where you work really, really, really hard, but you still can't afford to buy the things that you want to buy, to go on holiday, to go on to buy the cars, to buy the house that you really want to buy. Or maybe you're in the situation where you work really, really, really hard and you have a lot of money, you make a lot of money, but you are time poor. And when you do get time, you don't really have time to enjoy it anyway. Now, if you want to achieve true financial security, true financial freedom, you got to have a second stream of income where your money is making you more money. Why? Because if you have another stream of income where your money is making you money, it doesn't really matter what happened in other areas of your life. You can lose your job because of AI. You can be fired. You can make redundant. You can become a full-time housewife. It doesn't really matter why. A recession comes. Why? Because now you got another way to make an income. That's the whole point of this talk. That's the whole point of this talk. Now, so what do smart people do? Smart people, they learn how to invest straight away. While they're having a job, you can be having a business initially. Now, so what do? They start very small. Yeah. And then what do you do? And then you start investing very small. And once it gets big enough, where it provides you a consistent, regular income, where this consistent, regular income is able to supplement for your lifestyle, pay for your pet lifestyle, pay for your expenses, then you can decide whether you want to work or not. Because now you get all your time back. Your passive income, your trading and investing income pays for your lifestyle, and you get your freedom back. You can decide if you want to work or not, and you don't have to work like that anymore. So that's the whole point of this talk. The whole point of this talk is to get you into that pathway. So you start investing. So your passive income is more than to cover for your daily expenses. Then you can decide what you want to do with your time. Now, getting to your wealth goal. How do most people get to their wealth goal? Most people get to their wealth goal by having a job or they have their business. This is a long, hard slog. It can be very, very tiring. Some people do YouTube automation, they start a business, they do Amazon FBA, they do real estate, properties, Airbnb, digital marketing, all of that is fine. But all of these is just a these are all swapping your time for money. You are still swapping your time for money. You're still sacrificing your time. So, whether you can be doing all of that, but the most important thing, the fastest way to get to your wealth goal is by trading and investing. Why? Because that is where you let your money to work for you. You are not just swapping your most important resources that you have, which is time, away. Yeah, whether you're self-employed. Now, so why trading and investing is one of the most powerful thing you can do right now, especially if you are in the UK. First of all, even if you are a complete beginner who know nothing about trading and investing, if you be given a proven strategies that work, you're gonna do really well. You're gonna get the same result. So really, really important. Right now, complete beginner can still do really, really well. If you've been given a proven strategies that work, it's like baking a cake. If you follow the steps, you get the recipe, what happened? You bake the cake. Taking, you get the same result. Second, it takes just 1 hour a week. Yes, some of the best trading strategies that I personally use or I teach just spend 1 hour a week. It can be on the evening, it can be on the weekend. Starting very small. How much money do you need to get started with trading and investing? You can start with £50, you can start with £200, you can start with even £250. A very, very small amount. Tax free. Not many things in the UK are tax free. Property used to be tax free many, many thousands of years ago. Now it's no longer tax free because everyone got into it. Trading and investing right now is still tax free if you are using two types of account. If you're using a self-selective ISA account or you are using a spread betting account. Yeah, if you make £1 million from trading and investing using an ISA account or a spread betting account, how much tax do you pay? Zero tax. Pretty good. So you want to maximize right now. Your timing right now, just want to say, is incredible. You can make money in any market condition. Yes, whether the price going up, whether the price comes down, even the price goes sideways, you can make money. So how do you make money when the price goes up? You long, you buy. How do you make money when the price comes down? You make even more money when the price comes down by crashing. You by shorting. How do you make money when the price goes sideways? Dividend. Now, very simple. Um, yes, because all you need is an internet or a phone. You need to have an internet or a phone, or you can use a laptop. I personally spend 6 months a year on holiday. Yes, I spend 6 months a year on holiday. Um, and all I need is my laptop. All I need is my phone and an internet. That's all I need. Yeah. So who is this for? This is really for people who want to make an additional source of income, taking 1 hour a week. For students who just want to make more income from a trading and investing than their full-time job. For people who are just don't find a 9 to 5 is very fulfilling or sustainable, or just want another stream of income. For people who have some savings, some cash, sitting on the bank, sitting on the bonds, sitting on mutual funds, private pension, and who want to stop losing their hard-earned cash eaten by inflation, who just want to let their money to work for them big time. Okay. Or for people who just want to build generation wealth, not just for themselves, but for their family, a legacy. Hardworking people, whether you are doctors, dentists, engineers, you can be doing any of the jobs, or you just want a halal way of investing, trading and investing, or you're a stay-at-home mom, or you're a business owner or self-employed, you work super, super hard. Now you want to let your money to work for you. Retirees approaching retirement, or for people who are bankers, finance, you want to use our ETF strategies, crypto commodity strategy. Now, people who are already investing in free forex signal, crypto funds, ETF, already have a fund manager, but not getting the result that you want, or anyone who just want to make an income, find that while you sleep. Because Warren Buffett, one of the number one richest person trading and investor, no, he's the richest person trading investor. How does he make his money? From the stock market. He say, if you don't make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Would you agree with that? So a lot of people will be like, Raven, who are you? Now, why should I listen to you? Now, a lot of people already know me as someone who achieved this financial freedom at the age of 25. A lot of you know me that see me speaking on stages, you saw me on newspapers, you saw me being interviewed, go on radio, all of that. Now, I was writing a book. Now, this is what most people do not know about me. I was actually came from a very broke and broken family background. And I was growing up in a very traditional conservative background. Growing up, my mom works in a petrol station, and my dad was just a foreman. and and so we were very, very, very middle class, like lower class, kind of like we didn't come from money. I remember growing up, my heart will pound fast, our heart will pound fast, because we were just wondering how we're going to put food on the table for tomorrow. 6 days a week we were eating weenies and beanies. I was sick and tired of that lifestyle. I was sick and tired of my past story. And I grew up in a family where I also brought up by a very important family member of mine, which is my aunt. My aunt is my safety man. My aunt meant everything to me, because I came out from a quite a broken family. So a lot of the times I go to my aunt, and my aunt gave me things that what my own mom wouldn't give. I'm not sure if you can relate to me. You have someone who you really, 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 really love and relate to. My mom is my aunt was the first person who actually taught me about how to say I love you. She was the one who taught me that. And so when from a very, very young age, seeing how my parents always argue about money, not sure if you can relate to me where your parents always argue about money. I asked my mom, I asked my family, Mom, if I want to help our family, what can I do? And this is what my traditional family say. Raven, if you want to help us, you got to study really hard, get a good job, get a good uni, get a good job, and help us and retire us. And because everyone was doing that, and that was exactly what I did. I tried to study really, really hard. I have learning difficulties, but I studied really, really, really hard. And I graduated. I got into Imperial College London, the top one university in London. And I thought my life is settled. I thought finally I made it because it's a top one university in London. People is gonna hire me. Life is gonna be easy. I can help my family. Finally. And it couldn't be further away from the truth. Not only I found myself living paycheck to paycheck, where to live in London during high cost of living in London, paying around 40%, a lot of the taxes away, high cost of living in London, I also find myself working almost 7 days a week. Yes. I used to live in a house where there are five other people living in the same room as me, sleeping at 3 o'clock. Some people will wake me up in the morning, wake me up at 3 o'clock just because someone came back from a bar job. And I was like, wow, I was working so many hours, such a long hours. Coming back home, I was exhausted. And not only I didn't get to see my family, I don't have friends, I don't have life. I was just working and working and working just to put food on the table, just to survive. And I was just, I was just, I was just sick and tired. And then there was this really important family members of mine, which is my aunt, I told you, who treated me like everything. She was the first person who made me feel, she taught me the word love. She made me feel love. She made me feel safe. I could say things to her that I couldn't say it to anyone else. I just felt so warm with her. And she asked me to go back to see her. And I always procrastinate. I always say no. I say next time, procrastinate. But the reality is, I cannot afford to see her. I cannot afford to take time off work to see her. And so I keep procrastinating, taking things for granted. And one day when I was working, and my phone rang. I was like, oh, where's my mom calling me at this time? And I pick up my phone. And my mom sounds really weird. I was like, what's going on? And my mom said something on the phone to me that I would never be able to forget. She said, Raven, your aunt has just died. Sorry. At that moment, I felt that my heart was being squeezed, that I couldn't breathe. I felt that my oxygen in my throat left me. I felt that I was being stabbed so many times. I've never felt that, sorry, I've never felt that level of pain and regret in my entire life. Sorry. I always get emotional saying this because it's my story. I feel it again. And what follows was a sense of sadness intruded my heart, a sense of sadness intruded my body. And what followed was a sense of, sorry, what followed was a sense of darkness intruded me. A sense of darkness intruded my body. I don't know where this darkness come from, but I got this sense of darkness. I felt like, and then I went downstairs. I opened the cabinet. I stretched out my hand. I took the high strength paracetamol. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Was seven to it? I don't know. Now, look, at the time, I don't want to die, but I don't want to feel this level of pain anymore. I got down on my knees and I beg and I pray to God. Say, God, if you can help me, if you can shine light on me, if you can show me another way out, I promised I would spend my lifetime helping others, shining lights on others. Sorry. And I started to do research and research and research. And I thought to myself, do I see myself giving the best part of my life to somebody else? No. So I go into trading and investing. I research and research and research. I really try to find out and pray and hope there's another way. I try many, many things. Sorry. And I go into trading and investing. Now, initially when I first, sorry, initially when I first use, when I go into trading and investing, I use a 95% of the traders and investors approach. This is what I did. Sorry. Oh, oh. This is what I did. So this is me, brought by my aunt, and I love my parents to bits. My parents gave me some really, really important principle like being integrity, responsible, and working really hard. I was brought on by my aunt. This is this is my aunt, and so like this is my top grades. This is my A level. Uh, this is my uni. Uh, so yeah. So initially when I first started, I was using this approach. I was using the losing way. Sorry. And most people figure out the hard way because they don't have a mentor. This is what I was doing. I was using free Forex signals initially when I first started. Free Telegram group, free WhatsApp group, Discord, MT4 platform, technical analysis, watching a lot of free YouTube videos. They also say everything is free. You just have to deposit cryptocurrency into the weird trading platform and they will say it is profit share. So so I tried a lot of weird trading platforms. Just remember, you only should use two crypto platforms. You want to use Binance, you want to use Coinbase. The rest of it, just run away from them. And they also say they will make you. So basically, they make money by you losing money, and they make money by you losing money. Like Vantage, like MT4 platform, they force you to deposit money into their trading platform. And then number three, I also try a lot of funded account, giving money to your fund managers. Or number four, I also give my money to my fund managers to manage my private pensions, also making very, very small return, if not losing. So you're paying for a lot of their fees, very, very long hard slog. So this is what all I have done. Using free videos, go on YouTube, do thing by myself. And I was losing a lot of money initially when I first started. And at that time, I thought about giving up. And then I thought about my why. I thought, sorry, I thought of my aunt again. And I and then success is about is about being persistent. And I decided at that moment I want to become an outstanding investor. So what did I do? I read over 500 books on trading and investing, long-term, short-term, medium-term options trading, swing trading, day trading, stock market, forex, commodity, gold, cryptocurrency. All the books, I read them all. And I attended over 70 investment courses all around the world. You name it, I have been there. Now, at the time, I don't have much money, so I was actually borrowing money to go on a lot of these courses. I pay through my credit cards. I get a loan because at the time I said to myself, this is an investment in myself. It's gonna pay me back many, many, many times. And I also persuaded and tracked down some of the greatest living investors around the world to mentor me one to one. We sit down together, we sit on the laptop, they show me exactly how to do it. They show me exactly their strategies. I learned from literally some of the best traders and investors around the world one to one. That literally turned my trading game upside down. So all of these are losing ways. And then what is a winning way is when I have someone to one to help me there. I can ask questions. It's like your mother is being there like a 5-year old and do mainly stocks rather than just doing forex. And so there's the books and this. Anyone read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad if you're interested? Rich Dad Poor Dad is a really great book. Um, yeah, this is Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Anyone who know these guys is one of the richest investors in the world. Tim Cook, yeah, the CEO of Apple. I want to learn exactly. I want to learn anyone who becomes hugely successful. Yeah, anyone who becomes hugely successful. So this is Guy Spears, one of the top guy in value investing. He told me his exact strategies, and everyone know this guy, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. I was devastated when Charlie Munger passed away recently. So this is his house. This is Omaha. Warren Buffett lives in the same house where he used to live when he was in his 30s. For 50 years, he lived in the same house. This is m- um this is the directors of the Berkshire Hathaway. This is this guy is Monish Pobrai, one of the really, really top guy. We go managing billions of funds. And this is the CEO of Brooks. This is one of the directors of Berkshire Hathaway. Really, really powerful guy. Taught me a lot of great stuff and integrity. They taught me a lot of values, a lot of success principles, a lot of trading powerful strategies that and this is my dad. How would I show you? This is my dad just at the back. I retired, and a lot of you know, yeah, after learning from a lot of these top traders all around the world, I came back to the UK and applied everything that I have learned. I become a multi-millionaire. And I go on now to retire my family, to retire my parents. Now I took them to travel around the world where finances we always worry about. Now finances is no longer a situation where I have built generation wealth. I would say for my 5, 10 generations, they no longer have to worry anything about money. Yeah, just travel around the world. And on top of that as well, once I get to be really, really good at trading and investing, I start to have a shift of my lifestyle. A lot of my friends look at me and say, Raven, how do you change your life like that? Can you teach me? Can you show me? And I show them a little bit because because at the age of 25, I was actually depressed. I was actually doing nothing. I was just sitting on the beach. I'm now in my 30s. And yeah, so a lot of me, and a group of my very close friends asked me how, and I started to teach them how, and I started to see how their life transformed, how they no longer have to go back to their 9 to 5, how they're now able to have more free time, have the freedom back, give back their freedom back. And then I started to realize that trading and investing is such an important skill, and I think because the school doesn't teach, and I think everyone should learn. So we every year I also have a children wealth trading day. Yes, every year if you have kids that's under 16, when we held it, we held it. So when we make a lot of profits on that day, we donate everything 100% of our profits to charities as well from trading. Yeah, a lot of you see me speak on stages and stuff like that. Yeah, so and I make over 17 million. Now, the question right now is how do you get good at trading and investing? How? So to get good at trading and investing, out of everything that I have found, you got to have the proven strategies. You got to learn the proven strategies. Most people don't have a proven strategies. Look, to become an electrician, doctors, engineers, nurses, how many years do you need to study? Probably 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. And you probably spend like 50K. I spend quite a lot of money. And how much do they spend? And what do they get? We work until 65, 68, 66, until we drop, until when it's too old to work for anybody else. Then you say, okay, you can retire because you have a lot of problems now, health problems. Who thinks this is a good deal? I don't. So while when it comes to trading and investing, when where it has provided so many people true financial security, true financial freedom, early retirement, they will be like, why do I need to learn the strategies? Learning the strategies is very easy. Yeah, if you got someone really good to show you how, it takes around 1 hour a week. It's easier than you think. Now, the second part on how do you get really good at trading and investing is having one-to-one mentorship. Now, I say this is a difficult part because when someone is really, really good at trading and investing, they either don't teach you at all or they charge you a heck a lot of money. Yeah. Before you ask, a lot of my students, they don't just make tens of pounds. They don't just make hundreds of pounds. They go and make thousands of pounds, hundred thousands of pounds. I even have students who make million plus pound. Later on, you're going to see some of them. So what are we going to cover today? It's going to be price. I'm so excited what we're going to cover right now. First, I'm going to be revealing one out of my 8 powerful multi-bagger best in the world trading strategies. Wow. even if you're a complete beginner, you're going to know exactly how to use this at the end of this training. I say worth 100K, you can be a judge of that later on. I'm so excited. By the way, I cannot believe I'm going to show you this. Some of my students is probably going to be like, Raven, why do you show this? But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm showing because the secret of living is giving. But more importantly, all my one-to-one students, they have much more, they have much more hand-holding, they have much more everything. But anyway, so how firing your financial advisors, fund managers, pension can save you millions to guarantee you early retirement. Some of you here probably have some money in the savings. Some of you here probably has a private pension where somebody else is investing your money. You have a fund manager and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you right now, if you take control of that yourself, you're gonna have a way early retirement. Now, I will show you exactly how. We're also gonna cover the forward price earning ratio strategy that 90% of the people use the wrong way or don't know how. I'm also gonna cover the exclusive, powerful financial freedom 5-step investing blueprint, the only 3 investing methods to achieve your wealth goal, how to correct main mistakes that 95% make, giving you my free panicking indicator to know when to buy, when to sell, a simple high profit, low risk strategy, how to protect your capital. Now, take a pen and paper right now. And in the spirit of that, this is easily the best trading and investing masterclass to help beginners or if you're advanced traders, investors that I've put on, if not, maybe the best in history. Wow. You can be the judge of that, but I'm no saint. I'm no saint. Some people ask me, why do I teach? Because, first of all, I think trading and investing is such an important skill to learn. Okay. And so there's actually nothing that I would rather do than waking up, receiving messages from my one-to-one students, sharing me their success, sharing me their results, sharing me their testimonies, where they no longer have to work for money, where they gain so much confidence back in life, in freedom. Yeah, no longer have to sacrifice their relationships and time. And I also like to create these like-minded communities as well for the positive traders, investors to help people to give back, donate charity big time. Is a lot of you know is a promise to God and my aunt to shine light on others positively when God, when the universe, when Allah show me a way how. Remember? And I know that my aunt every day is looking at me to see how I impact people positively. Sorry, one at a time. Sorry. And one of my mentors, Charlie Munger, also saying the best thing a human can do to another human being is to teach them how to fish. The best thing a human can do is to help another human being to know what you know, which is to teach them. Now, so let's talk about the main problems that most people have. 95% of the people, what do they have? First of all, trading and investing is not really taught in school. Yes, for the longest time, it's only known for the 0.01% of the elites, the upper class, the exclusive club, the city people, the Wall Street. So most people just give their money to funds, they put in their savings, they put in their banks, financial advisors, pension, normal ETFs, free signals. So you have to rely on them forever. And they charge you money for the rest of your life. 1 year they charge you 2,000. 50 years? How much is that? Okay, just even 1% can cost you millions using the power of compound interest. I will show you more later on. Why? Because they create a lot of myth and jargon to tell you that, oh, it's too hard to learn. They say, oh, you're not good enough, it's too complicated. They say you are too old, you're too young, your maths is not so good, or you don't know how to manage your finances. They tell you this, but the reality is no one cares more about your finances than you yourself. And they will tell you, oh, it's very risky if you learn how to manage your funds yourself. If you take care of your funds yourself, it's very risky. Huh? They say we are properly diversified. So, or they say you don't have a, okay. So now, this is what, I got it from Robert Kiyosaki, which is really powerful. School won't teach you this. This is what most people are. The E, which is the employee. So what you're doing, you have a job. If you don't have a job, you're panicking. No leverage. You swap your time for money. Some of you are probably on the self-employed, you have a job, but you are still swapping your time for money, no leverage. You're trading your time for money, starting over every day at zero. Business owners also very similar. You have people to work for you, but you're still swapping your time for money. Okay. But this is true wealth. This is the fourth quadrant, if you remember, a real investor traders. This is how broke people really become true financial freedom, financial security. You let your money to work for you. You become an investor. Passive income, income not dependent on your presence. Whether you are sleeping, whether you are doing something, you're on the beach, I go on holidays, I take my family to Japan, anywhere that you want, your money is making money for you. So, yep, you already know if you don't make money while you sleep, you work until you die. That's what Warren Buffett, the richest investor in the world, said. So, this is what 95% of the problems they have. 95% of the traders, investors, they did it by themselves using some free Forex signal, WhatsApp signal, all of this Discord group, and eventually didn't see any success, just wasting a lot of time. Or they procrastinate because they don't know what to do, they're scared. Uh, or they just total cost averaging into those index, those ETF, and this is actually super slow. When I was at that age, I don't have another 50 years. I don't have another 50 years. So I was like, there's got to be a better way. So I found this. So these are three main problems people have, or they just put their money into savings, or they let other people to manage for them. So what's the solution? The solution is this: revealing my Raven multi-bagger three-step trading strategy. I can't believe I'm actually showing you this. It's value £100,000, but a lot of my students pay way more than that. But a lot of you know that this is way worth way more than that. I will show you straight away. So revealing my Raven exclusive multi-bagger three-step generation wealth trading strategy. Wow. So this is it. This is a strategy. Obviously, there are more than 24,000 companies in the world. Okay. There are so many companies in the world. Which one to invest in? Basically, the key is I want my money to multiply fast. Because when I first started, I have a very small amount of money. I have £100, I have £200, £250. I want to multiply fast. So I cannot just buy stocks that don't grow much. I can't just buy Sainsbury. I can't just buy BPPLC. I just can't buy VOO, this S&P 500, this ETF, this asset. All of that. I can't just buy that and hold and wait for 50 years. So the first step is so this is it. I'm giving you a strategy now, is to select markets that will multiply. It can be anything as long as it will multiply. Specifically, I want high multiples of revenue and earnings. After backtesting and spending a lot of time, I like 50% to 40% growth. The higher, the better. Then I also want to make sure the companies are profitable. Okay. PE more than zero. Just accept this for now. I'll talk more about it later on. PE is a price to earning ratio. Now, at the right time, I want to use some super safe leverage. Normally, if you use a spread betting platform or an option trading platform, it's 100%, it's 100 times your leverage. Okay, usually from 320, 100 times your leverage. Yeah. So if you use a spread betting platform, it's a tax-free. And so if the stocks went up 400% using option or using leverage times 100, I will make 40,000% increase of my money while keeping your risk super small. Okay, if you use start with £1, if you put £1 in a stock, one penny, £1 in a stock, yeah, using the correct strategy, if the stock went up by 400%, I will show you how later, you times 100, you will have £40,000 out of £1. I'll show you more exactly how it works. So, after spending more than a lot of my money and time learning from top traders all around the world one to one, I developed some really powerful tools that can filter out these stocks straight away. Really powerful. These are the criteria that have proven to multiply our money, my one to one students' money, many, many times. The first, high multiplication stocks. High multiplication stocks. Second, the PE ratio more than zero. I told you just now, something was on an uptrend, or the TA more than two, uptrend. Upcoming sectors to be your financial sectors, AI, technology, communication services, ETH is Ethereum. Buy when everyone is fearful. Wow, this is a criteria you got to stick to it. Okay, you got to stick to it. Yeah, use a pen and paper and write it down because this page is worth 100K. Yeah, I'm going to give you time to write it down a little bit so you understand. So let's go straight into it right now. Now, let me just show you a practical examples of how this work now. I'm so excited. I I can't believe I'm just showing you this. I wish someone could have shown me this way earlier before I got started. You know, I will pay so much money just for this information or live demonstration how this works. This is not just going to be a theory. This is going to be a practical training, a live training. So let's have a look right now. So what I'm going to do, let's go back. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I am going to go through this right now. So we are going to start from here. So you can go to any website. For now, I'm going to use Chartmail. You can use finviz.com. You can use Guru Focus. Any website is fine. Go to Stock Screener there, and you're going to apply the strategies that we talk about just now. So first of all, the one that we talked about just now was now, first of all, I want to show you that there are more than 25,000 companies. Yes, in the world. There are more than 25,000 companies. Which one do you know which one to buy, which one to sell? It's quite difficult because some companies they are in the red. If I click load more, you can see some of the companies in the red 79%, in the red 91%, 84%. All of that is in all of that are in the red. So in order to know which company to buy, you definitely need to have a strategy because there's 25,000 companies. So what do? You use our powerful strategies that I just showed you just now. Just put everything in there, just US only, and we just want information and communication services, the right sectors. These we're just gonna put like two. And then for valuation, we want the P to be more than zero so that it's actually making money. The reason I put two just now is so that it's on an uptrend. Remember, the growth, we want this to be 40 and we want this to be 40 and revenue, we want to be at least like 30. So you can see out of how many, let's have a look, out of so many companies, how many do we have at the end? Yeah, everything is 40. So out of how many companies, how many do we have at the end? We have around nine companies. Out of 25 companies, we have around nine companies at the end. That is quite crazy. So now let's compare it with something, yeah. So what most people will buy without any training, they will probably buy like SP 500 stock market performance. Okay. So you can see oops, performance. So you can see if you buy this, let's say to make it easy, in 6 months' time, you make 18%. Okay, if you buy S&P 500, some people will buy Amazon stock market performance because they will be like, oh, I heard Amazon, let me buy Amazon, around 13% return. Some people buy like, I don't know, you can be buying anything like Tesco, for example. So we want to buy Tesco performance and stuff like that, just to give you a performance stock price, just to give you a thing, So this is around there. So you can see, but most people, they wouldn't go for Tesco. They would just go for an SP 500. Most people will go for that. People who never have any training, yeah? Or they buy some Amazon, they buy some things where they heard online and stuff like that. So that's the return they'll be getting, 18%, just to make it easier. However, if you use my powerful trading strategy, using my criteria, using a powerful strategy, you can see that if you close your eyes, if you buy any of these nine companies, if you close your eyes, you buy any of these nine companies in 6 months' time, you can see that you would have made 600% of your money. This is almost 700%. So almost times seven. 349%, 183%, 155, 108, 31, 100% of your money in 6 months' time. Well, if you just buy normal stocks, SP 500, what is SP 500? This is the top 500 companies in the US. Okay, if you bought things like that, you make 18%. That's okay, but it's very, very long. It's very, very slow. It takes a lot of time. It will take you 40, 50, 70 years before you actually get to enjoy your money. But if you use a powerful trading strategy, you will make even more. Now, real money, real trade, Raven. Can you give me some numbers? Okay, let me just give you some numbers so at least you got a clue about it. So let's say you start with, I don't know, you start with £100. You'd be like, Raven, I'm struggling, I don't have a lot of money and stuff like that. You start with £100. So what do? You times whatever amount that is 697. So let's make it easier. I just times six. All right. Theoretically, usually you will make more because we get to buy at the bottom. Now, and then you times 100. Why do you times 100? Because initially when you first started, we're probably going to use some leverage. We use some option trading, we use some spread betting platform. So those leverages around there. Okay. So just to make calculation very easy, you will see that six times this, you will make how much? 60 £60,000 in how long? In 6 months' time. Wow. £60,000 tax free in 6 months' time. That's quite crazy. Most people make that in 1 year, we make it in 6 months. Even if you make it in 1 year, 60,000, the tax is almost 50%. You only make 30. So most people take like 2 years, 9 to 5 to make this income. And what do? We spend 1 hour a week to make that. If I bought Cradle, 349, so £100 times, I don't know what that is, 3 times 3, 349. Just make things three very easy, times 100. 100 is a leverage. You'd have made 30K in how long? In 6 months' time. If you go Micron, Seif, all of that, Reddit, Amphenol, CleanSpark, Embro, Nvidia, all of that, let's make it very easy. On average, you times two or times one. 100 times 2, you get 200, 200. You also get at least 20K. That is to start with those peanuts. That is to start with £100 peanuts. But you come to me and say, Raven, I actually have more than £100 in my bank. I love a lot of savings. You can start with £250. You can start with £250. If you have £1,000, and £1,000 is very easy. If you don't have £1,000, then something is going wrong here. You probably need to work like get another powerful jobs, Uber or something like that. Yeah. So if you start with £250, just give you the maths. Most of our students will start with £250 times 6 times 100. Let's pretend if you go into this iron, the first one, you would have made how much? £150,000 in 6 months' time. Let me ask you a question. If you got suddenly £150,000 extra, would that make your life slightly easier? When I first discovered this strategy, when I first used this strategy, not only my trading and investing totally changed, turned upside down, my life, my family life turned upside down. Wow. Now, let's go back to the slides. I'm just so excited. I hope you are excited right now. Are you happy that you are in the training? Now, let's continue carry on. So if you close your eyes right now and bought any of the stocks using my multi-bagger strategies in 3 to 6 months time on average, you would have made between 100% return to 690% return as I showed you just now. With leverage, you spread betting account, option trading, you should have multiplied between 5 to 100 with the minimum risk. So if you started with £200, for example, you times 5x of your return, 6 or 5, whatever that is, times 100, you will make £100,000 in 3 to 6 months' time. Real money, real trades. Do our students make it? 100%. Tom Lee, started with £1,000. This guy started with £1,000. Make £100,000 in 3 months' time using my multi-bagger financial freedom strategy. This is what they said. Raven, I want to send you a message to say thank you so much for your one-to-one help. We help them how to set it all up one-to-one. In the past 3 months, listening to your advice, using your strategy, because of the extreme panicking in the market, I made 100,000 pounds. So he started with 1,000. He started with 1,000. He made 111. Literally nice 100K. My missus wants to take you out on a meal. Oh, that's really nice. If you got the chance, this means we can benefit our mortgage. One question do you think? Yeah, so I'm just so happy to hear about. And yeah, Agalo also exactly the same. This is such a good community. I have been trading for almost 20 years. A lot of trauma, try and errors, doing it by himself. Didn't see any success. Wanted to give up for a long time, but he took a leap of faith to join my one-to-one mentorship training. After joining my one-to-one, I'm so excited because I've never seen this kind of return. Oh, I just want to say thank you everyone in the community, especially Reverend Insane. My account is up 125K last month. It's enabled me to donate money back to buy a farm in the Philippines. I think he lives in the UK as well, to help feed the poor and provide necessary medical care. I couldn't have done it without your team. I finally have understood the power of one-to-one mentorship, and I wish I met you earlier. Wow, he showed me trading statements step by step. I'm so happy. So a lot of you probably already know this guy. Um,
So I've just hit £100,000. My initial investment.
so yeah, students have,
So I've just hit 100.
yeah, students have with 200.
2,500. I'm an electrician. Jumped on the course 9 months ago with Raven, which was awesome. And had
So really happy. Like this time, these students as well who made I'm so happy. So we just have so many of students who just keep on sharing their success, keep on sharing their journey. Claire probably all of you already know who made 100,000 pounds in 4 months' time, starting with a capital of £500. Raven, you cannot believe it. Into trading statements, I show you. Thank you so much for your weekly call, personal trading, powerful one-to-one. I've been too many courses. You are the right. You are the best. No one has much more powerful strategy than me. You are right. I was losing money just doing technical analysis, free signals using drunk prices. We finally bought our dream house. This is a picture. She literally showed me the picture. I'm so happy. So let's talk about the questions. Raven, if this is so powerful, why the top hedge funds don't do it? Okay, it's normal. Let's ask this question. Why Warren Buffett don't do it? How do you know Warren Buffett is not doing it? I'll give you the right. I'll tell you exactly why, because I get to see him every year. Now, in Omaha. So first, this is not taught in school, okay? Okay, why not everyone do it? We always have this question, why not everyone do it? First, this is actually not taught in school, okay? And most people are just very scared. Most people are very skeptical. And second, there's a point of saturation. A lot of these pensions, the fund managers, the hedge funds, the money managers, they have billions of pounds. So they cannot multiply this. Look, if you have billions of pounds, you cannot double your money. 100 billion cannot double to 200 billion like that. £1 can make to £2 pretty easy. 500k can make to a million pretty easy. But if you have billions of money, there's a point of saturation. So you cannot multiply like that. Make sense? One earth. You can multiply to another earth. But if you have one sand, it's very easy. One ball become another ball. That's quite easy. Okay. So this is why most people cannot do big hedge funds cannot use the strategy that we are doing right now. If you tell me right now, Raven, I have billions of pounds, sorry, my multi-bagger strategy is not going to be for you. You have to invest in the normal ETFs. You have to invest because you can't invest in individual stocks. Okay, if you're individual stocks, you have billions of pounds, sometimes have millions of pounds, because it will move the price a lot. It will move the price a lot. Yeah. So I'm at the point now when I buy a stock, it tends to move the price by quite a lot. So if you have billions of pounds, the strategy will not work. You have to buy the boring ETF that give you like -1 return to 5%, for 10%, 15% like that for 40 years. Yeah. But if you use the right strategy, there are some ETF that is also giving you really, really huge returns as well. I know a lot of you here can only trade ETFs. We also give you strategies where you can make a lot more than your traditional ETF. We have an ETF masterclass. So if you're working with less than 10 million, you have a great advantage compared to the top traders and investors, hedge funds, all of that. Because in fact, a lot of the top successful traders and investors, before they have billions of pounds, they use this strategy. They use some really powerful strategy. They multiply their money easily. This is exactly what Warren Buffett said in 1999. He said, if I was Warren Buffett is the richest person in the world, by the way, if he doesn't donate half of his money in 2008, if I was running 1 million today, or 10 million for that matter, I will be fully invested. Anyone who says that size does not hurt is not true. The highest rates of return I've ever achieved were in my early days when I first started. I killed the Dow. You ought to see the numbers. But I was investing in peanuts. If you have less than 10 million, peanuts. It's a huge structural advantage not to have a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, it's very good for you. So trading and investing is about starting small and building up from there. I think I could make you 50%. A year and 1 million. No, I know that. I guarantee. He guarantee he can make so much money, double his money, make a lot of his money if you have a very small amount. Wow. Excuse me. Did I literally just put 100k in your pocket just like that, just because you watched his powerful video? Did I actually just did that? Just because you take a leap of faith to to trust me, to put your leap of faith in me? I sure did. I sure did just put 100k in your pocket right now. You literally just have 100k in your pocket right now. And I hope you can send me your testimony after after sh- after getting the great results. Let's go to the next part. Common rookie mistake number two. Wow, almost everyone that I know make this mistake. Okay. 80% of the people who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70 years old, 80 years old, they will all make this mistake. Even 30s, they make this mistake. Let's have a look. Most people don't use the power of compounding, the eighth wonder of the world. So what they do, they procrastinate, they are scared. They put their money into the bank, into the savings, into the bonds, the private pension, the fund managers, and do nothing. So the powerful compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. I'm going to give you a financial freedom calculator so you know exactly when you can retire. The place where you achieve this financially free is when your income is more than your expenses. And you'll get this calculator for free if you stay till the end. Now, show a list of stocks. So let's do this right now. So um, I'm going to give you a list of stocks right now. So if I show you a list of stocks using here, you will see this is kind of like a list of stocks. If I show you a list of stocks right now, you can see every day, let me see, like every year, like every month, like year to date, YTD, you can see there are stocks that make 12,000% return, 9,000% return year to date. That means year to date. That means in 1 year, let's make it easier. 2,000% return, 1,000% return, 1,000 Pineapple Financial, 1,000% return, 1,000, 1,700, 700, 600, 500. Yeah, all of that. If it is 1 year time, 11, 4,000, 4,000, 3,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. This is a return. This is a percentage return, by the way. If you put £100 in, you plus another zero. That's how powerful it is. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So there are a lot of stocks that give you a lot of return. Okay, let me give you 50. A lot of stocks that give you a lot of return, 900, 900, 600, 500, 400, a lot of return. Okay, so this is what happened. 1 year gain in a lot of these random stocks. Now, what I want to show you here is, let's come back. What I want to show you here is these slides. It's a powerful compound interest. This is it. So a blindfolded monkey. This is by one of the very, very famous guy. He said a blind monkey throwing darts at a group of random stocks could have select a portfolio that would do even better than your fund managers, private pension, hedge funds, ETF, mutual funds. This is being backed by research. Research suggests that a monkey, literally a monkey, not a human, pick a random stocks, closing their eye, random stock, just pick it random stock like a wallpaper like that, will likely to outperform a typical hedge fund manager, given that the most hedge fund underperform the market due to high fees. What's that mean? Now, let me tell you what hedge funds is actually. So the first thing is about trading and investing is usually not taught in school. It's very difficult to taught trading and investing in school because if someone is really, really, they wouldn't go to school, like under all this system. That's the first part. So a lot of these people who are doing this, they are getting a salary like 30K, 50K, 70K, 100K. So if they know how to trade and invest, they wouldn't want to settle at 50K, 100K. They wouldn't, 100K a year. They wouldn't do that. So a lot of them have no clue what to do. It's just their paycheck. Make sense? So they have no clue what to do. You'll be like, okay, new investor. Okay, let's invest in that. They have no idea what they're actually investing in. Even the fund managers themselves. They just say, okay, let's straight away go to that fund. Straight away go to that fund. If you ask them what happened to that fund, how much is the return of that fund, they have no idea. So, so let's do it yourself. Let's say you start with £250 deposit at a 50% compounding rate. We're just going to choose a very, very low amount. A lot of my students even achieve way more than that, but just make it very, very easy. So go to the compound calculator, interest calculator, just like that. It's a calculator site. Okay. So you choose the number. So what do they say? So let's say you start with £250 at 50% return. So let's say you start with £250. Okay, you say, oh Raven, I want to calculate when can I retire. Okay, interest 50%. Let's pretend. And using some powerful trading strategies. And then let's say make it monthly. Where's monthly? Weekly, semi-monthly. Okay, cool. So let's say you never put your money again. And just like that, how many years? Any years. But I want to show you what happened. So you will see that this is what happened. In your first month, you'll be like, okay, I literally just put £250. Or you'll be like, okay, this is my first year. And you'll be like, second year, you'll be like, okay. Third year, you'll be like, okay. Fourth year, you'll be like, okay. Six, seven, eight, nine. You will see that almost this is what happened. This is a month. Okay, let's go to the month. This is a month. Okay, annual has to be monthly. Okay, we got it. So you're going to calculate. Okay, so that's kind of what happened. You got the numbers. It's crazy numbers. Literally, this is why people say trading and investing sky is a limit. Let's not make it 10 years, 30 years, too much. Let's make it 10 years. But obviously, you're going to live more than 10 years. Let's say you start with £250 using the exact strategy. Even it's crazy. Sky is literally the limit. Let me just show you. So you can see, if I change it to month, you can see that in your first month itself, you start with 200. You start with 250. You'll be like, okay, 50% of the money, you'll be like, okay, you become 375. And all of that, this is just interest. Interest is your profit. And then you can see by the time you are in month six, you have 2,500. That is more than most people monthly profit. 7 months you have 4,000. 7 months of starting with £250 using a powerful trading strategy, you've made £4,000 a month, £6,000 a month, £9,000 a month, £14,000 a month in 10 months' time. In a year time, you will have £32,000. This is what most people's salary is. This is tax free if you use the right way to do it. Most people get paid 30K a year. And what do they do? What do they do? They give 30% back into taxes, isn't it? Yeah. So you can see 12 months time you would have made 12 months time of starting trading and investing with £250. In 12 months time, this is month, you would have made almost enough to take a break from your job. Yeah, you can see, 13 months, 48. If you make 100K a month, sorry, 100K a year, in 15 months' time, you will make 100K. This is tax free. You can see sky is really the limit. So what does that mean? We got to use the power of in compounding straight away. Let's say you start with £5,000 and you never put a dime at 4%. Let's make it really super small. 4%. 4%, super small. You know, today, um, today Bitcoin is already up 3%. Yes, let's say you one day, let's say 30 days, you only make 4%. Let's pretend. And in less than 11 years' time, you have seven figures in your bank. Less than is 11. Imagine 10 years from now, using minimum, you have seven figures. You have make more. You have a seven figures means you make £1 million in your bank. 11 years from now. That's a very, very small amount. I'm gonna be very, very conservative for you. Yeah. And most people will never have a chance to make 1 million in their lifetime. Cash. They will never have a chance. Now, most people already allocate £300 a month into their savings and pension. Now, instead of letting them or letting someone else to handle for you, you now manage the fund yourself, convert them into SIP. We'll talk more about SIP later on. With £300 a month, 5% return, most people allocate £300 a month. In less than 10 years, you will have £1 million doing what you always been doing. You already give your pension anyway. You already give 30%. You already give 10% to your pension anyway, every month from your paycheck. Now, you just have to fire your financial advisor, fire your pension fund manager. You, you do it yourself. What do you mean? You convert into SIP. What is a SIP pension? Let's have a look. What is a SIP pension? Now, let's have a look. What is a seed pension? A seed pension is a self-invested pension. So basically, a lot of people, initially, everyone has to give their money into pension companies. They cannot manage it. They cannot learn how to do it. They have to give it. And then a group of elites people, they start to learn trading and investing. They'll be like, oh, they realize that you're actually getting scammed. They're actually losing a lot of money, giving money to these pension companies to manage it because they don't know what they're investing in. They don't know what's the performance. They just give it and close their eyes. Every month like that, 10, 20 years, 20 years, they look at their bank account. Wow, losing money. And they'll be like, why is my pension losing money? Why is it not even beating inflation? They were like, what's going on here? So they finally have a petition with the government to the government come up with something called SIP. It's been here for many, 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 many years. It's one of the best thing government has done. Yeah. To allow people to manage their pension tax-free. Let's have a look. UK pension plan is a self-invested pension that enable the holder to choose and manage their investment themselves, grow completely tax-free. Self-invested. So you get to choose what you want to invest in: stocks, funds, other assets. Exactly the same basically. So rather than, I'm not asking you to stop your pension, by the way. I'm asking you to convert your pension into seed pension till you learn how to manage it yourself. I'm not asking you to take the cash out. I'm not asking you to sell anything. No, just what they will do, you will normally call your pension, you email them, they say you want to convert into SIP. Everything is exactly the same. They will just convert into SIP. What platform can you use for SIP? You can use freetrade.co.uk, quite good. You can use there are many platforms out there. You can use free trade, but in the training, we're going to guide you step by step. Okay, so you convert that into SIP. A lot of people already know what I meant. So tax benefits is like and flexibility and save tons of fees, poor performances because you are doing it by yourself. You make huge, much better return. Okay. A lot of people know what is SIP, I think. I don't need to explain this. Yeah. If you do not know what is SIP, just remember it's a really, really good thing to manage your own pension, to choose what companies you want to buy in your pension, to choose what funds you want to buy in your own pension. Because now you have no clue what happened to your pension. You don't know what they are buying. You don't know what they are selling. You don't know how much they make. You don't know anything. You're actually losing a lot of money if you don't know anything. So why you should convert into a pension? Most people have no idea how their pension is doing or performing. In reality, your existing pension funds earning super pennies, actually losing you money. Inflation is already 10%. So anything less than 15 is super bad. Your current pension managed by your fund advisors also charge an incredible amount of fees and they underperform the market. Most pensions charge you 1.5% or 2%, or whatever that is. Even 1% is a lot. So if you have 100K, most people would have 100K by the age you have 50, 60. 1,500 a year is gone. Underperformance, so half is gone as well. So if you have 100K right now, 50K, 30K, 10K, 5K in your pension, just remember if you do it yourself, you're supposed to double it. You're supposed to have more than what you got right now every year. Try it yourself. Go to your pension companies now. Ask what is the average return. They will give you around 1 to 15%. The market has been doing quite well recently. But if you compare that with S&P 500, most of the benchmark, you will see that you will make two times more usually if you invest in S&P 500 than your financial advisors every single year. And I can guarantee you that your pension will almost always, every single year, 100 years, 200 years, underperform the S&P 500. So if you have 30K in your private pension, it's indirectly costing you millions because of poor performance and fees. So these are the very, very famous UK pension providers: Aviva, NES, Smart, anything like that. Fidelity, Mercer, Cushion, anything like that. In the past 10 years, the return of your pension, 50% if you're lucky. But if you do it yourself, you will make way more than that. Our course graduate, this is what she said. So many of them, I cannot put all of them in, make 570 starting with a capital of 5,000 after doing Raven one-to-one session. I'm so glad I took a leap of faith despite being very fearful. Got a loan credit card to join my one-to-one mentorship. I just love your one-to-one sessions. I converted my pension into my seed pension. One of the best decisions. I've saved myself from Corona crash 2020-21. Thank you for helping me to grow my funds so I have the confidence to fire my financial advisors and pensions. Now I make 50 times more managing my funds than giving my fund managers, giving me early retirement. I was so scared as even my partners and surroundings was strongly against this. But you are right. The universe gave the vision to me and me only, not my neighbors. It's my duty to make my vision a reality. Sometimes we have people around us who are very negative or who want to protect us. They say, no, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do that. So rather than keep asking for permission, I decided to show them the result and give them notices. This is the best decision I've made. Thank you, Kate. Now, let's talk about the second thing that can keep people stuck secretly. It's the same thing. It's like most people don't know what happened to the financial advisor. They just give their money to the pension. They don't know what they are doing. And then the pension will come up and say, I will keep you safe, really low risk. And if you want to do it yourself, they will be like really dangerous. So they underperform the market big time. Because if they're not managing your pension, what are they going to eat? Due to their poor strategies and super high fees, most people do not know how it works. Um, and one more thing is that no matter your pension do well or not, they will continue to take their fees. So they have no incentive to want you to do well usually. I have a lot of peers who are financial advisors. I came from Imperial, so a lot of finance guys, a lot of finance friends. So funds and private pensions, and they have zero clue on what they're investing in because the investing is not taught in school. And I respect them a lot. It's fine. Conclusion, it's just like a system. It's like a matrix. You watch the movie Matrix? What to do? Fire your pension advisors, understood what they are investing in, and take control of your finances. Open a SIP account and see how things multiply 10 times, 5,000 times. Because the world the finance world is purposely made so to be complex by the money, the fund managers, pension financial advisors, so complex and complicated, and how it's designed to keep you stuck. So this is what happened. If you have a UK pension and a SIP, or you don't have to be a SIP, you can use an ISA account, or you can just do it yourself. So you would have saved £720,000, almost more than half a million, less due to the poor performance and the 1% fees that they charge. Yeah. So if you're putting money in your pension right now, also have some financial advisors' money, or if you have some money in your bank right now you are not investing in, this is what is truly costing you. A silent wealth eater. So education doesn't cost you money. Not knowing, ignorance is what costs you money. If you already put £300 monthly into your pension, that means it's costing you £720,000 in 14 years just from the fee, underperformance, the inflation. 720K is costing you around 1,500 every single month just from the fee. So you are missing out on the power of compounding. Albert Einstein said the compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who don't understand it pays for it. Absolutely true. Delay, by the way, is the enemy of compounding. So many smart people have learned how to manage their own funds. In this world, no one will care more about your finances than you yourself. So it's your duty to learn how to manage your finances, how to multiply, how to trade and invest. If you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it for you. Your banks, your advisors, everything is going to do it for you. And in the process, you are buying their yacht, you are buying their office, you are buying their helicopter, you're buying their first class flight. And the question is, why don't you use that to take care of your family? If you think, Benjamin Franklin said, if you think spending money in your education, on courses, on training, on mentorship is expensive, try ignorance because you will end up, a lot of the times you will keep doing the same thing forever. So this will happen every day. If you don't learn how to invest, delaying your trading and investing journey, costing you silently. You won't realize it, but you will wonder why at the end of the day, you still have nothing to show for. You have constantly have to go through this rat race, constantly don't get to spend time with your family, always have to travel for work, always have an alarm Monday, wake up again. I used to live like that, and I was sick and tired of that many, many years ago until I learned a skill set, a high income skill. Write that down. The quality of your life sometimes it's just depends on the one income skill that you need. The quality of your life sometimes just depends on the one single decision that you need to make in your lifetime. This one, 98% of the fund managers underperform the market. A lot of fund managers don't know what they own. Peter Lynch, one of the most famous investor, the odds are that they have never ever been for the individuals. The odds are the best they have ever been for the individual. If you learn how to trade and invest yourself, you are putting your financial security, financial freedom, financial future for yourself and your family in your own hand. Okay? You want to learn how to do this. Don't just do it like that. Learn how to do this. So that's what happened. If you do yourself, average pension, show you many times, underperform the market big time. When you do it yourself, you get 500 to 1,000% with a mentor. You want someone to help you there. Now, another thing that some people also do, they put their cash into their savings. Putting your cash into saving is like these parasites. It's like money eating parasites that that keep people stuck. Because if you put your money into your savings and stuff like that, or you are actually silently costing you a lot of money. Okay, because of inflation, you know that. I don't know, mildew. I never had mildew for the longest time, but mildew used to be £3, isn't it? And then now go and check mildew. How much is it now? Yeah. So it's double. So inflation is like 100%. It increased massively. Rent. Look at how much is your rent before 3 years ago, 5 years ago, and how much is the rent now? Mortgage. All of that. Just like look how much is it before and how much is it now. So things are increasing. But if you know your salary is not increasing as fast as the inflation, you cannot. It's too difficult to increase. So you got to have another stream of income. If you don't learn how to let your money work for you, you'll be working super hard, super long hours, and you still wonder why you still can't buy the house, the car, the holiday that you want to go to. How many of you here has to ask for a holiday for your boss? Dude, you are born in this world and you have to ask for holiday for your boss? What's going on here? Yeah? This is not freedom. You want to have your time freedom back. You want to be able to do anything that you want to do. Now, um, so because if you look at it carefully, if you were like anything like me, if you think about it carefully, if you start at the age of 18, start working at the age of 18 and stop working slightly young at the age of 60 or 65, guess how many years of your own life that you have? Five. The rest is given away to somebody else. Who thinks that is a good deal? That is not a good deal. So summary, that's totally costing you three parasites, giving to fund managers, that's costing you a lot. Underperforming is costing you a lot. Inflation, all three of this is costing you a lot. So what's the conclusion? You got to what? So if you don't do anything we did right now, you will just constantly be doing that. You'll be wondering why is it like that? So why most people don't do it? School doesn't teach us. People do not know. The poor keeps getting poorer. The rich keeps getting richer because of the power of compounding. Most people are just too scared to try something. To jump to the water, they are scared. To try the new iPhone, they are scared. To do something new, they are just scared. The good news is more and more action takers now, more and more people now, brave people. They are not the smartest people. Remember, write that down. Normally, the smart people, they are not the most successful one. Normally, it's just the brave one, the action taker, the courageous one. They are not taking their own funds. And oops, this is why in the UK or anywhere in the world, more and more hedge fund record more closure than launches for the fifth straight year. The number of firms, the number of money managers, pension, and people who manage your money basically started to shrink very, very fast. Why? Because most people has have a mentor now to teach them how to manage their funds. So they are not giving away to somebody else to manage their fund. They are learning with a mentor to learn how to manage their fund. Yeah. So course graduate Emily didn't know anything about trading and investing. All she knows is how to work as a nurse. And she has been contributing to her work pension every month as a nurse, but she didn't know where is her work pension going fund or what's investing in. Her financial advisor say, don't manage it yourself. It's too risky. You're not properly diversified, all of that. So even though she was afraid of the unknown, after the training, we taught her how to exactly manage her own pension. We helped her set it up for her. Today, she grew her portfolio and saving 8x in three years. Rather than retire at age of 65, she was able to retire at 45, travel anywhere she wants, also pay for her daughter private school and college rather than public school. Meeting Raven itself has easily saved what? Me over £500,000, 500,000. I'm very, very grateful and happy to hear about that. Seeing all of this is the reason why I do what I do. Another course graduate, Ella, let's play her video. Lost money in inflation. Also try to invest by herself with no mentor. She watched some YouTube videos. She do it by herself, and she was losing a lot.
Guidance and good as allowed in trading, but I didn't know how to do it. But it was a lot of information. I didn't know how to do it, how to apply. I started to do it by myself, and I managed to use that 10% of the workout, which when I got afraid that I didn't know how to do it. So I stopped for a little while, and then the difference was when I enrolled the apprentice program, where I went to my life account really quickly, and started to see my trading. Really learn how to put in grades, how to analyze the chart and identify good opportunities. And it was when I started to make profit. And I made a good profit, so I made 25% of my account, which was really, really
I'm
nice.
so happy.
Uh,
Yeah, another one. Oops. Another one, Ahmad as well. We have lots of Muslim students as well. Thank you, Raven. I'm finally able to clear my debt, pay off my mortgage. I used to think as a Muslim, we are not allowed to trade and invest, but through you, I found some Islamic friendly strategies and platform. Using your strategies, I learned that the best investment someone can make in their entire lifetime is in themselves. From a capital of 10K, he made 20K. This guy also showed me his bank statements and stuff like that. Very, very happy. Now, take home message. What is the take home message? Take home message I have for you is learn how to control your funds, learn how to grow your funds. That's the first part, and yeah, so, so what have you just learned from lesson number two? You learn that you should start using the power of compound interest right now. You should start to learn how to invest right now. You want to have a mentor right now. Start to take control back of your pension funds instead of just giving your pension managers, fund managers to manage it for you. Start to invest your savings now rather than just giving to your banks or others to do it for you. Remember, yeah. So yeah. So if you just convert it into do it yourself, you will have just early retirement. So lesson number two is priceless. Now, let's go to the next. So, why is investing in stocks, forex, commodities, crypto, ETF is one of the best thing to build wealth in the world? Is because wealthy people have been doubling down in here for a very long time, even though they were very broke before. You can see the wealthiest 10% of Americans really own 93% of the stocks, even with market participation at all-time high. The wealthiest 10% of Americans own most of the stock. So meanwhile, the bottom 50% of the people who are stuck, who are broke, who are on a rat race, they never do anything to do with stocks. Yeah. So one of the ways to 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 get to where you are is just by getting into stocks. So what are we going to cover today? We have covered already. Um, let's have a look. We covered the one out of eight are powerful multi-bagger strategy. We cover how to fire. Okay, your financial advisor is going to give you early retirement. Now we're going to cover the forward price earning ratio. Really, really powerful stuff. Let's go straight into it right now. And we're going to cover the financial freedom blueprint, how to correct your mistakes, exactly how to do it properly. Let's have a look right now. Now, the first thing we're going to do is what is the third biggest mistake? I'm just going to give you around four. So we are almost there. The third biggest mistake that 95% of the traders, rookie investors made is that I hope you are very, very excited right now, by the way. I hope you are learning a lot of stuff right now because crazy. A lot of people have paid me or would have paid people a lot of money to learn what you're learning right now. Yeah. So let's continue. Step number three. The when they buy a stock, most of the 95 or the retail traders, when they buy a stock, they only look at the price of the stock. Really, really bad. You don't just want to look at the price. Sometimes you shouldn't even ask for the price. Sometimes when I buy stock, I don't even ask for the price. I look at the value. So how much is it? It's really bad. Never ask for the price. Okay. Don't ask for the price when you're buying something. Look, if you really, really want something, let's say touch wood, let's say one of your family members, like your kids, want to have like a surgery to remove something, hospital. You will just be like, can you do it? Can you make it happen? Just like that. Are you guaranteed you're gonna make it happen? Are you sure you're gonna make it happen? That's it. You don't ask for the price, you don't like that. Same thing here when you come to trading and investing. You don't ask for price, okay? Don't ask for price. So let's continue. So because when you want it bad enough, no matter what the doctors say, you're gonna find it anyway. Money is easy. Money comes and money goes. If the doctors say, oh, I requires, let's say, whatever amount, if it is your son, if it is your daughter, you will do whatever it takes to find it and you give it. Yeah. So Price is just an excuse. But anyway, let's come back. So they start to analyze a lot of stock prices without looking at the earnings. The important part you want to ask the doctor is, can you actually do it? That's it. Or profits of the business. Okay? So they don't look at that. So what happened? This is such a common sense, but it's not a common practice because most people they just got stuck with the price. Let me ask you a question. The last time you bought a stock, do you know how much profit or the earnings the business make? Let's have a look. Um, no, most people don't look at things like this. Most people buy stock knowing nothing. Others, other than looking at their news, like neighbors asking them to buy. So what does that mean? So let's go back. What is this a mistake? Imagine you bought an apartment without knowing how many bedroom they have inside the apartment. You bought the apartment by just looking at its price. This is what most people, most investors do. They bought a stock. They'll be like, oh, how much is it? Oh, how much is that? How much is that? And they literally bought an apartment without looking at how many bedroom there is, how much rent would I get from the apartment. So how do you overcome this problem? Introducing my quantum freedom blueprint. Now, let's flow. So, what do you do? Step one, you buy at a historical low price to earning ratio, forward price to earning ratio. Just accept it for now. So, you buy the stock based on the future, based on the earnings of the company. Okay. You want to know, okay, if I buy this house, what is the rent gonna give me? Common sense, but not common practice. Or how much is the Airbnb is going to give me? Investors, you and I only make money when the companies makes money. So the formula, you don't need to know any of that. Don't worry about it. We will guide you step by step how to do it. You just need to know PE stands for price. It's price of the stock, price of the apartment, divided by the earnings. Earnings is how much the apartment is going to give you every year. Pretend. Okay, how much is the stock going to give you? How much is the stock making money profit as a business? So stock price divided by earning, PE ratio. Some of you learn it in MBA. MBA is 100,000 pounds, and they don't teach you how to do this. And you learn it like right now, like that. You know, people spend 100,000 pounds. I have a lot of friends who went to MBA. I show them this, their mind open. They say, Raven, how can you show this? I didn't learn any of this. They went to Oxford MBA. They went to like Cambridge MBA, Imperial MBA. They didn't learn any of this stuff, but they didn't learn how to use it. Look at it carefully. So we'll be using this called exclusive forward price earning ratio. Um, so this is why school never teach you. But anyways, when the stock price goes up, when the stock price stays the same, if the earning per share goes up, that means if the earning of the company goes up, what happened to the PE? Have a guess. If the stock price stays the same, if the earning goes up, what happened to the PE? It becomes smaller and smaller. Pretend if you have a house, pay full attention right now, don't multitask. If you have a house right now and you have from one bedroom, you get 10 bedrooms suddenly, you have more earnings right now. So the PE will become smaller and smaller. PE is just a number. Okay. Just accept that for now. So what do we do? So basically, when the PE becomes smaller, that means the company is making more profits while the share price stays the same, which is good. So what do you do? This is the other way around. When the stock price is increasing, but the earnings stays the same, what happened to the PE? Have a guess, guys. What happened to the PE? If the stock price, if your apartment keeps going higher and higher, the price, if the stock price keeps going higher and higher, Amazon go higher and higher, Tesla go higher and higher, Nvidia go higher and higher, what happened to the PE? But the earnings stays the same. They are not making much money. It's the same. The PE become higher. So it's easy to say when PE is low, the price is cheap, the stock is cheap, like that. When the PE is very high, the price is very expensive. This is how you value a company. Yeah, one of the method of valuation. When the PE becomes bigger, the companies makes the same profit, but the share price increases. That means the PE ratio become more expensive. It become higher. So how do we make money, Raven? You talk about so much. How do we make money? This is it. Raven PE ratio strategy. This is the one. This is not taught anywhere. Are you ready? So this is it. Step one. 90% of the people will not use it in the way that we talk about. Never. I will show you why. Discovering and using this strategy in the correct way itself has transformed and skyrocketed my trading and investing game completely. How? Because I no longer look at drunk prices. I no longer go to someone and ask how much is it. No, I no longer do that. I will want to ask the earning. I would want to ask what is it at the bottom. And yeah. So how do you do this step by step to make a lot of money? First, you get the historical forward PE ratio charts. You go to my website, ravenhung.com, you will see it. Some people talk about, oh, why is your website looking like that? If you look at Warren Buffett website, Warren Buffett has the oldest website. It's just words, no graphics. So I'm just trying to model successful people. Step two, so go to my website, Raven Hung, just my name, ravenhung.com. Step number two, draw or link on my bio on my Instagram. So you draw a floor bottom support on the PE ratio chart. Um, yeah, and then so you draw a bottom, and then you set a pending order to buy when it reaches that price again. Step number four, so why this is true to buy at the low while earnings is increasing. Take a screenshot of this. This is easily worth a lot of money. Take a screenshot of this, guys. Yeah. Take a screenshot if you're watching this, or if you can write that down. If you write it down, you're going to memorize it so much better. Pause it right now and write it down. But remember to continue, to continue. Yeah. Now let's continue. So, because you just bought the stocks when the price fall, without looking at this earning, it can be because the earning of the companies has gone down too. It's like buying a property at a cheaper price just because the lease is ending soon. You know what I'm saying? So that means that you don't have to buy a property just because the price is dropping, because the property can be very cheap, but cheap things always have problems. Write it down. Anything that is cheap always have problems. Yeah. So don't look at cheap things. You want to look at the earnings. You want to look at the value of it. Okay. Any great investors know is how much something costs. It can be costing a lot of money, but it's about how much something is worth. That's more important. Never ever ask for the price, because if you buy a price, you know you can buy a property and it's like what 10K, 20K, but 100K, 200K. There's so many problems. The lease is ending, maybe there's just so many problems. You have seen those properties before. If the property is too low, there's always a reason why. So, for example, give you a real example. So you can see you go to PE ratio, you draw a line, a support line at the bottom. This is a PE ratio. This is a stock price chart. So we say you draw the support. So support is like when you reach the bottom, it tends to go up. You reach the bottom, it tends to go up. Just accept it for now. Okay. So, oh, Raven, where do you get all this graph from? This is on my website. This is already been given. Now you just have to ask yourself when you should be buying this stock. That is the criteria that you need. Okay. So I told you right now, you should be buying when the PE ratio is at the low. Why do you want to buy when the PE ratio at the low? Because the earnings is very high. Okay, remember, low PE means the earning. The house is gonna give you a lot of money. So that's what happened. So let's have a look. Let's give you some example. So okay, let's give some practical example. So would you buy here? No. But why? Because it's not at the support line. Would you buy here? Yes, you are at the support line right now, or the PE, so you will buy there. So you bought there. And then would you buy in there? No. But here, would you buy? Yes, it crosses again to the support line. You will buy there again. So if you use this exact strategy, 1,000 would have become 120,000 pounds in 6 months' time. Let's go for another one. Would you buy here? Yes. Can you see the red line? Just crosses. The red line is a support line. Every time it crosses the red line, it's time to buy. The next one. Would you buy here? So you bought it there. So you bought it there. Would you buy here? Would you buy it there? Like right now? No. Okay. Why? Because it doesn't cross. You want to be touching the support line. A support is where it touches the support, it tends to bounce back up. Would you buy now? Yes, you were bought here because it touches the support. It's a very low PE. So you were bought here. You will buy here. So, yep, you can see in this stock, um, this is what happened. And yep, it touches here at the bottom as well. And you would have buy here as well. 2,000 would have become 80,000 pounds in 4 months' time using this exact strategy. Another one, would you buy that? Right now, touches here? Yes. So you bought there. Would you buy now? When the PE ratio is super high, no, because it's too high. And would you buy there? Yes. Why? Because it's very low. Okay, the earnings low means there's very high earning potential. So you would buy there, and that's about it. So that yeah, you bought there, and then the price continued to go up really nicely. £1,000 would have become £48,000 in 5 months' time. Yeah, which still mean 2,000 become 48,000 in 1 month time using exact strategy that we just taught you that. Real money, real trade. So our students make this money. Yes, these students, Claire, make £100,000 in 4 months time, starting with a capital of £500. Raven, you cannot believe this is my trading statement. I have made £100,000 in a month using your exclusive PE ratio strategy. Thank you so much for teaching me that. I've been to school on many training courses. I've done my school. School taught me finance, but none of them teach me like how you taught me. I was losing money before joining your training using free stuff, free signals, using technical analysis, using drunk prices. I'm so glad I met you. So, which I'm very, very happy. Another students, Mr. E, make £48,000 in 1 month. Raven's training truly changed my financial destiny and that of my family. This month I make £48,000, all started with 2,000. I used to be stopped by the devil called fear. I'm so glad that I took a leap of faith to invest in myself with Raven. Another course graduate, Nurtail, man, £10,000 a month from trading. I know nothing when I first started. A lot of these students are complete beginner when they first started. Katie started with £500, turned into £250,000 in 15 months' time. Um, so the question is, if it is so powerful, why most people don't do it? Because most people, they just like to buy stock, like how they buy houses without looking at how many bedrooms, the size of the plot. They care about prices. So from now onwards, don't ask about prices. And then any investors know it's not how much something costs. It's not how much something costs, it's how much something is worth. And most people just don't know how to use it practically. So another students, Ahmad, to show you just now. So now let's talk about wealth psychology, the developing the wealth mindset. Now, when I talk about the wealth psychology, the wealth mindset, some people will be like, oh, don't tell me the wealth psychology. Just give me the strategies. Those people are normally who don't do well because wealth psychology, your wealth mindset is actually way more important than a lot of other things. Yeah. So let's look at the first wealth secret. I get to where I am today by developing wealth secrets. Any successful people, they always have some wealth secrets. Let's look at the first one. So the wealth secrets is really important. You want to take action, you want to do it when everyone is feeling panicking or when you are also feeling panicking. Huh? It sounds weird, but this is it. Yeah. If you ask any, Warren Buffett has a quote. He say, "Buy when everyone is fearful," and it's true. Buy when everyone is panicking. Really, really powerful. What does that mean? Most people do not know what it actually meant. Tell me more. How do I know about this? I realize that if I can go against my neighbors, I make a lot of money. So when my neighbors ask me to, my taxi driver asked me to buy Bitcoin, my neighbors ask me to buy things like that, I'll be like, you know. So you want to go against them. So you want to buy when everyone is scared, when everyone thinks it's a scam. Oh, stock market is a scam. Oh, Apple is a scam. I don't know, Tesla is a scam. If people think something is a scam, that's where you make money. It sounds weird, but when people think something is a scam, that means they're panicking, they are fearful. Think about it. 2008 financial crisis. Everyone was panicking about the market. Wow, wow, properties dropped 60%. You know, stock prices drop 60%. Everyone think property is a scam. No one wants to buy property. If you buy property, people is gonna laugh at you. You are even shaking. Oh, should I pay for the property? You are even shaking. 2008 financial crisis. 2000 and 2020 when the economy got shut down because of corona. If you tell people you want to buy stock, you want to buy property, the world is in panicking. You want to buy, and you'll be like, what's going on with you? You know, And same thing. We by the way, we aim all of this bottom really nicely. We also aim the bottom of the crash of inflation crash or the tariff crash when Donald Trump said, you know what? All countries in the world needs to give me 50% tax, 10%, 20% tax. Stock market went down big time. Everyone was panicking. Wow, the world is gonna end. People are scared. People are thinking, oh, stock market is a scam. You go to all of the forum, they say it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. Stock market is a scam. Never, never get into stock market. Never get into stock market. They say it's a scam. And when everyone thinks it's a scam, go to the forums, people who don't know anything about anything, like those like people who are remember, in this world, almost everyone is conditioned for a 9 to 5. Yes, they are conditioned. There is a school. Everyone is compulsory. You go to school, compulsory to a 9 to 5. So if you talk about, oh, I want to start a business, I want to be self-employed, I want to be a taxi driver, I want to do something extraordinary, I want to go to the moon, I want to invent an iPhone, I want to invent a car, electric car. People will be like, are you crazy? Why don't you go back to your 9 to 5 job? You want to invent an iPhone? Are you crazy? Go back to your 9 to 5 job. So this is what happened. So coming back to buy when everyone is panicking. When I say everyone, that actually includes you. Yes, it includes you. When they are human, you are human. What does that mean? You're not going to be panicking. So write that down. Take action when you are uncertain, when everyone thinks it's a scam, when the forum is talking about, wow, people are, you know, people are losing their job, people think it's a scam, and all of that. That is a time to buy. I always look at the forum whenever I do anything. And then when I see people think it's a scam, stock market is a scam, I take action because I know that 5% of the people makes all the money that 95% of the people don't make. Let's continue. So bad news sells papers, tall poppy syndromes as well. So this also happens in lives as well. So as I'm just gonna tell you right, yeah. Talk, um, okay, let's talk about this for a second. So as I'm getting bigger and bigger, literally impacting more and more people, okay, and two things will eventually happen. Yeah, it has not happened yet, but I think it will happen. This is why, because this is my mission. This is something I would do for the rest of my life, helping other people, shining light on other people. Okay. I would do whatever it takes to leave a legacy because it's my promise to my aunt, promise to God. A lot of you know that. So as I'm doing this, um, more and more people will try to impersonate me. They will be like, so they will make an Instagram account or profile pretending to be me. They use the exact same photo, exact same name, pretending to be me. Okay, a private account, and not usually they will be a private account. And based in the UK. Usually they were based in usually Nigeria. And I don't know why, but usually it's like that. One of my mentors told me. And then they will send you a friend request. Remember, I will never ever send you a friend request on Instagram. They will. And they will message you first. I will also never message you first on Instagram. They will. I might remind you to watch a video, but I will never message you first. You message me first. Okay? I just make it very clear. So on Instagram, on social media especially, asking you to buy cryptocurrency, deposit into funds. I will never ask you to deposit some money into the platform on some platform you never heard before. The platform that I recommend that I use are famous, are world's number one best platform in the world. Okay. So more importantly, I will always get on the phone with you or my team. You will know it. Okay. They wouldn't. You call them, they will never answer your phone. If you call me directly, I will answer your phone if I'm free. Yeah, but I'm a very busy guy. But I'm telling you, so I do everything on the phone where you have to book a call. Okay. Everything, anything that I'm doing is always on the phone. I can type, 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 type. But if I think you are serious, if I think you are not playing, if I think it's a good fit. Remember, I have lots of followers. So if I think you're a good fit, and I will get on the phone with you. You can book a call using a dedicated link, and you have to go through the steps. A lot of steps to get on a phone call with me. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I have a blue tick. This is the most important part. I only have one account, and I have a blue tick, and it's verified. They will ask you to go to your WhatsApp. Their WhatsApp is normally +1 number. A Nigerian number is normally +1. My number is +44, and it's UK number. Okay, they won't get on the phone call with you. I recommend you to report them many, many times, 50 times. If you find them impersonating me, send me a screenshot and I will give you a price. And this is my company name, Investment Success Ltd. Is registered in the company house. Oops. It's registered in the company house. But as you know, trading and investing is tax free. So I'm registered in company house for quite many years as well. So there's a blue tick on there. That's my Instagram profile. No, now the second thing my mentor also tell me is that competition will start to come in. Okay, tall poppy syndrome. Tall poppy syndrome means if you see a group of people who's too tall, you want to pull them down. Okay, too tall. Suddenly someone is out of the size. You want to pull them down. That will also happen in life. Even in your surrounding, you might have neighbors, you might have family that's like that. But I'm just telling you, sometimes people who have never met me or used my strategies will never know about me. They will start to judge us, judge me, and start to judge me by the cover. My mentor said it will happen. I don't know. This is why president, you will never see the best president in the world, no matter what that is, like Winston Churchill, like Rishi Sunak, whatever that is, like I don't know, like um any president, Obama, any president in the world that's really, really good, there were always a group of people who do not like them. You'll be like, why? Why is that 50% of people who don't like them? This is the nature. If you really, really powerful, some people will love you, some people will like you, some people will be like, "What is this guy doing?" It's normal. So you polarize. It's like if a Beyonce, you have people who like you, some people would not like you. This is like, oh, Beyonce has a security. You know, if you are Taylor Swift, you are anyone, they will all have a security because there's always people who like you, always people who don't like you. You will only have 100% of the people who like you who don't like you when you leave no impact. If you don't have any negativity, you have leave no impact. That's it. That means you've been living in your hole. You're a private person. Yeah, you're not living a legacy. But anyway, start to judge me. Some people would never know about me will start to judge me. Or why is he taking pictures? Why am I sharing things on documenting my life? Like people are like, why do you have social media? You are so rich, Raven. Why do you have social media? Why is this richest person in the world are still working? People like to ask Warren Buffett. Why are you still working? Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, you're the richest person in the world. You have 500,000 billion. Why, when you're 500 billion, why are you still working? People will be like, oh, why is it richer people? Why is the richest person in the world? Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, all of that are still working. If they are so rich, why don't they sit down and do nothing? Why are they teaching? You know, why is all these people going teaching and why is Warren Buffett going to school to teach kids? They will start to hate people who are not doing 9 to 5. 9 to 5 has a cult. Imagine everyone has a 9 to 5, but your best friend suddenly is not doing a 9 to 5. You feel weird. It's normal. So it's like a cult. I don't know why. Maybe it's just jealousy. Maybe it's tall poppy syndrome, where they see someone taller than them, they want to put them down. Like, how would you feel if your neighbor bought a nice car tomorrow park in front of your house? You'll be like, what's going on? Basically, they hate anyone who is a richer, who is a billionaire, who is working, who is a millionaire, who is teaching, who is writing a book. Writing a book means they have a digital course. Why is Robert Kiyosaki? Why is Obama? Why is Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, all of these richest person in the world? Why are they teaching others? Why do they have a digital course? Why do they have a Kindle? Why are they selling books? So rich, why are you having a book? Why are you teaching training? Why all of that? And they say, oh, is Warren Buffett is a scam? Is stock market a scam? They will be like, if it's a scam. So I'm just letting you know right now. So when you're reading comments, make sure people actually been to the training. Yeah. So I'm just telling you right now what might happen because I'm in my 30s right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna do it when I'm 70, 80s, 90, 100, however long I live. Why? Because trading and investing is so fun. It's so nice. I will be doing it for the rest of my life. Like if I don't do it, as I said, the banks is gonna do it. Somebody else is gonna do it. So I will be trading. I will be making money. I will be investing for the rest of my life. Now, so let's get straight into it right now. So how do you use this strategy to make yourself a lot of money? This is where I want to introduce you a panicking indicator. Okay, a scamming indicator. Like when you see people are panicking, people are scared, stock market is a scam, that's where you want to take action. Okay, the more fearful the public is, The lower the chart, and it's time to take action. It's time to buy. Okay, when you look at the forum, like some nonsense forum, anonymous forum, oh, stock market is a scam, Tesla is a scam, Apple is a scam. I don't believe in that. Those are usually the bottom. It's actually time to buy. You'll be this is how it works. This is how it works. Basically, when everyone thinks this is why Warren Buffett has a quote. He say, "Buy when everyone is fearful." Do you remember the quote? Basically, it sounds so weird, and you will not be able to do it. It's not easy because you will be shaking. Sometimes I'm shaking. By the way, when I first started, I'm shaking. I was like, "Buy, buy." But it's a crisis right now. It's a crisis. Am I going to buy? We timed the bottom in 2000. You can look it back to my YouTube channel. You can look it back. I'm probably the only person who timed the bottom of 2020 on the corona crash, 18th of March. I still remember 18th of March 2020 in my head. Where we asked a lot of our students to buy there 5 years ago. You know, and same thing in 2018, and then in 2020, 2022 at the bottom is again October time. We are 1st of October. I cannot forget about this because I using the strategy. I realized that was a peak panicking. Everyone thinking the forum, everyone was thinking it's a scam, trading is a scam, stock market is a scam. I remember that so vividly. That's a time we go all in, and that again is the bottom of the inflation crisis. 1st of October 2022. And then we ask our students to buy again 1st of October, 1st of November as well, 2023. That's the bottom again. We aim the bottom so powerfully and nicely. We have a tariff. If you use our strategy, we realize that the stock market are way undervalued. We aim there again. Yeah. And one is coming in. So I'm so excited. This is a really, really powerful. You got it right now. Basically, everyone thinks it's a scam. You should get in. Sounds weird. That's how big money is made by going opposite of 95% of the traders, contrary investor and trader. Because if you think about it, just think about it for a second, yeah. When will people ask you to buy stock, buy crypto? This is what happens. Usually when they make money already. They ask you to buy crypto. Oh, I make money. Go and buy crypto. Oh, I make money already. Go and buy, I don't know, like Tesco stock. And by the time they make money, that means the price is already very, very high. It's very, very expensive. When the taxi driver asks you to buy, go buy, go buy. It's very, very, very high. It's really expensive already. And there's only one way it's gonna go, it's gonna come down. So this is why being the opposite act when everyone the forum say it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. That's where you should be buying. Sounds so weird, but if you can do this, you will be unstoppable. Next one. Now, because a lot of them, you will see that they either never invest before, they don't know me, they never met me, they're just talking. They're just talking using their preconcept notions from the matrix. Now, this is the so at the bottom is a panic. So when you see it's at the bottom, everyone is very panicking. So when you see when it's panicking, that's where it's time to buy. The top there is when everyone is very, very greedy. Yeah, as I said. So let's have a look right now. So right now, would you have bought it? Not yet, because it hasn't touched the red line yet. Whenever we touch the red line, you will be buying there. So would you buy now? Yes, because it touches the red line. People are panicking. People think it's a scam. The forum who never met the stock market, who never met me, don't know about anything. They say that, oh, why is Warren Buffett writing a book? Why are they selling a digital course? Book Kindle is a digital training, it's a digital product. Why is he doing this? Why don't you just chill and do nothing? Well, the stock market, 2008, property is a scam. Don't buy anything. And don't buy property. But people who bought property in 2008, they make a lot of money. So peak fear is just there. Yeah. But I'm talking about the stock market. Stock market, you make even more. Some people often ask me, Raven, should I invest in stock or property? Now, property has become very, very difficult to make money right now in the UK. It's got very saturated. Look at the statistic. In the past 5 years, the apartments, the flats in London, I live in London, the flats in London has been staying the same. The price in London, look at the apartment. In Canary Wharf, for example, the apartment in Canary Wharf, the price stays the same. If you buy in Canary Wharf the apartment, I don't know, today's price is going to be very similar. So it's not a way to build your wealth anymore unless you do something crazy, you know. So it's and also there's a lot of tax coming in. So if you make 100K, you pay capital gain tax, you pay stamp duty tax, you pay all of that. I have a lot of properties in the UK and around the world, but that's my hobby. I do it for fun. Okay, that's not how I make most of my money. I make most of my money through the trading and investing in stocks. Incredible. I show you just now the percentage is crazy. In properties, you will not get anything like that. Oh, property is safe. Well, property is safe. Property is just to live. It's a lifestyle. Okay. It's not a wealth generation, thing. Okay. Definitely not now. Maybe long time ago. It is long time ago before everyone got in. Now, because everyone got in, um, government raised a lot of taxes. Now, stock market still no one got in. UK people in the UK are very skeptical about the stock market. In the US, people used to be skeptical, but now everyone got in the in the US. They got in already, and they have a lot of taxes for stock market in the US. They have capital gain and all of that. But in the UK, we are still very, very lucky. We still have like ISA account. We still have many, many different tax-free account. So you are very, very lucky. Now is the best timing to build your wealth right now before the government comes in and say, give me 50%, like what they do for the US. Because US is always faster than the UK because they have the iPhone first, they have the Tesla first, they have all of that first. They are very why is most of the successful companies come from the US? Because they are willing to take risk. In the UK, people are very reserved. They're like, oh, what's going on? Conservative and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. Someone's got to do something different to get on it. So basically act when everyone is fearful. So you will buy at the bottom there. Let's get back. And then and then what happened? Yeah, and you will buy it again when it crosses there. Now I'm gonna ask you a question now. Would you buy now? Would you buy any stock now? So you can see 2 months time you make 300% return if you buy at the bottom. What about here? Would you buy here? No, you wouldn't buy here. Sometimes you can even sell that, but you wouldn't buy that. Okay, you can see the stock actually came down. Can you see the red line is the stock? This is the fear. This is the panicking, scamming or not scamming. Okay. And then what about here? Would you buy here? When everything is a scam, people think it's fearful. The forum, who never met me, who never met anyone, who never done trading before, who say everything, they say it's a scam. It is fearful. Don't get into it. That's where you should be buying. That's what you should be buying. And then, yeah, if you bought it there, in 2 months' time, you make 250% return. And then again, would you buy at the top there? No. At the bottom? Yes. 450% return. Just like that. Really, really powerful stuff. You got to be very patient to do this very well. You got to be very disciplined so you have a mentor to help you to apply this together. Okay, cool. So here you will buy it again there. This is the exchange fear. So really nice. So 2000 would have become 200,000 pounds in 12 months time using the exact strategy. If you're being disciplined, you have a mentor and you have the patient. Okay. These students, Henry, make 200,000 pounds in 12 months' time using a capital of 2,000. And buzzing Raven after just over 1 week. I cannot believe how making money can be easy given the direct instruction. Even I'm a complete beginner. Before joining, I was very skeptical, I was very fearful, scared that I might lose all my money. Then I learned that stop loss and risk management is technique. You are no doubt a master mentor. I love the confident, the panicking indicator where it a scamming indicator where it actually means life transformation occurs when we make difficult decision, when things are uncertain and fearful. Easy decision doesn't change life. Another student, Dr. Stewart, makes starting with £1,000, makes £70,000 in 3 months' time. I joined your training because I was working as a doctor. I love my job, but I was needed to find a better way to build my wealth without taking so much of my time. I was even depressed. A lot of my doctor's students are depressed. I don't know why. For a while, due to the high cost of living and high debts as well, some of them. It was very difficult decision for me to join your one-to-one mentorship as I already have lots of debts. Do I see the same myself doing the same thing forever for the next 10 years? No. I got to do something different. So well done. He even sent me trading statement. Ashley, make 73,000 pounds in 3 months' time, starting with a capital of 3,000. Using your multi-bagger PE pension strategy, I make 73,000 pounds in 3 months' time. Just in time for my family holiday season. I used to do it by myself, didn't see any success, wasting my time and energy. Now I can go and travel. I didn't believe I can do this. I was a complete beginner as I have been scammed by free forex signals many times. So I'm glad I didn't give up. My biggest regret is why I didn't join you earlier. Um, so the question is why, if it is so easy, most people don't do it. Actually, it's not very easy because if you never met me today, you never know all this strategy. So first, they don't know. Common sense is not common practice. They don't know where to find the investment indicators to measure the emotion. They don't know my website. They don't know me. They are very scared and fearful. So when they see people are scared, they are scared. They don't take action. They don't do nothing. In reality, they have to do everything. When you are scared, when you're panicking, when you don't think so, this is a good decision, we are uncertain, you got to do it. You got to do it. Think about it right now. For example, would you agree the quality of your life actually depends on the number of uncertainty that you have to go through? The quality of your life right now depends on the risk that you've taken in the past. Maybe you've taken the risk to give birth. Maybe you've taken the risk to quit your job, to start a new job, to start a new business. Maybe you take a risk to start learning a new skill, trading and investing, to say hi to the love of your life and all of that. It take your life to the next level. Can you see? So don't avoid risk, guys. The biggest risk in life, Mark Zuckerberg said, the Facebook guy said, any successful people said that if you ask me, Raymond, what's the biggest risk in life? Is that when people are fearful, are panicking, they don't take that risk. That is the biggest risk. It's not the fact you try. You try, you fall, it's fine. I've fallen many times. I got scammed many times by free forex signals. I tried by myself. I didn't see any success. I tried many times, but I never give up. I never give up. And I learn from one-to-one top traders around the world, and I got to where I am. A lot of my students do the same. So risk is okay. Okay? Embrace taking risks if you want to take it to the next level. So the single most important criteria for successful investing that trump everything else is to have the courage to buy, to take action when the whole world is panicking, scared, and fearful. Procrastinating. Oh, 2008 financial crisis, property crashed 60%. Stock market crashed 60%. You're like procrastinating. Oh, let me wait for it. Let me wait for 5 years. You don't get the deal anymore. You have to take massive action when you're super, super panicking. You want to do it now. That's what successful people do. Non-successful people procrastinate or they just don't do it. Next one is a very difficult thing to do because 80% of the humans being, because of evolutionary, our brain is designed to keep us safe, to protect us, our brain, our very, very old brain. When you want to travel, you want to move out from your country, you want to quit your job, hunt for food, our 200 billion year old brain has accustomed, will tell us that it's dangerous. Go hunt food, it's dangerous. Be careful, keep us in our comfort zone. They were attacking you things like, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? I should probably think about it. What if I go hunt? So they keep you inside your comfort zone and you forever stuck in the same hole, stuck in the same rat race, stuck in working, swapping your time, swapping your relationship for work like that, for money like that, forever. Because this is why smart people who are very, very smart, they don't become they don't become the most successful people because when you are too smart, you are too analytical, analyzing analysis paralysis, and you never want to do anything. As a result, one procrastinate forever, continue to do the same thing forever. It's like trying to have different result by doing the same thing. This is what Albert Einstein said. What is the definition of insanity? They do the same thing. They go to the same job. They do the same thing. They do the same thing, but they expect a different result in their life. So, what is the solution? You've got to follow your gut. This is why the old wisdom said, if you want to achieve your dreams, you want to achieve your goal, you have to follow your gut, follow your heart. Your heart will take you to your dreams. Your heart will win wars for you. Your heart will protect you. Your heart will take you to where you want your dreams and goals. A lot of you right now, or a lot of people, is maybe you're in the bubble. You're in the bubble, very safe, comfort zone, comfort bubble, no risk, no problem. You have problem, but you just didn't see it. Predictable behavior, no risk. And but everything that you want in your life, your goals, your holidays, your dreams, your first class flight, your business class flight, you're taking care of your family, you retire your family, all is outside of your comfort zone. So you cannot listen to your brain. You kind of have to follow your heart. If I listen to my brain, I wouldn't be where I am today. People, if Donald Trump listened to his brain, he wouldn't become a president. Look, he almost get killed. No, I don't like a lot of his principles, but you have to comment on his courage. He almost got killed just trying to become a president. If you got killed, and you will give up, you'll be like, oh, it's fine now. Life is more important. You have to got the courage. You have to follow your heart to say, you know what? I want to help the world. I want to protect. I want to make things, you got to have something bigger than yourself in order for you to go out. If you use your brain, you'll be like, oh, what if? You probably wear everything with a helmet and everything because you will be, because when you think too much, you don't want to do it anymore. Who here can relate to me where sometimes you want to quit your job, you want to quit the relationship that you don't really, really like, and you really want to quit at that moment, but you give yourself excuses and say, oh, let me just think about it. And you never do it because your brain get back to your comfort zone. So you got to take massive action at that moment. So, a homework for you, an exercise to win £2,000 free gift, a value worth 2,000. I'll give you a really, really powerful live trading strategy video if you do this. So, I want to write it down and send it to my Instagram messages. Okay, this is the first question. Remember, I have a lot of successful students, okay? And I recognize that people are successful and not being able to be successful because of their why. So let's do this right now. 95% of the people don't achieve their dreams and goals. Listen very carefully right now, guys. Listen really carefully. Stop whatever you are doing right now. 95% of the people don't achieve their dreams and goals because they have a limiting belief that is stopping them. I used to have a limiting belief that is stopping me. So, what is your limiting belief right now that is stopping you to achieve your goals and dreams so far? For the longest time, for the past 15 years ago, I thought I'm not good enough because of the way I look, the way I speak, I'm too young, I'm too old, my age. But more importantly, I am scared to fail. I'm scared that what if I fail, people is gonna judge me. What if I try, people is gonna judge me if I judge myself. What if I don't succeed? I was fear of failure. I was fear of getting scammed. I was fear of what if things just look dismal, look negative. And think about that. What has that cost you so far? What is anything limiting belief that you have right now that you didn't do in the past that you really want to do? Or whatever limiting belief that you have right now that is stopping you to really achieve your dreams and goals, right? Think about it carefully right now. What is really stopping you? Write that down. What is stopping you? For some of you, maybe you think you're not good enough. Maybe this is too difficult for you. Maybe you think, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe what if I'm scared? What if this is fearful? What if this is too good to be true? What if, what if I can't make it? A lot of these limiting beliefs. Write it down. And let's pretend for a second if you continue to hold that limiting belief, and what has that limiting belief actually cost you so far? What have you sacrificed so far because of that limiting belief? Because of that limiting belief, I was living life depressed. I was lonely. I was scared. I was afraid. I, I, I lived life without purpose because of a limiting belief 15 years ago. I was, I was just having no energy. It just wasn't a life worth living. I was just full of regrets. And I'll ask myself, so, because of the limiting belief, I sacrificed my relationship. Sorry. Yeah, I sacrifice the best part of my life. I sacrifice my time. And sometimes things cannot come, cannot buy back. We cannot spend time with the kids. There's only so much time our kids want to spend time with us. There's only one childhood. And you know that childhood is going to shape your kids' future forever. Forever, they are going to remember the childhood. You know, with the people that we truly care about, with our parents, with our family. We are always away from home. We are always working away. We're always stress working. Why does that cost you so far? Because of the limiting belief that you thought maybe you are not good enough because you are so scared. Or what if I try? What if it doesn't work? What have you missed out on so far? For me, I've missed out on time. I've missed out on the potential finances. I've missed out on the toxic colleagues, the toxic relationships. I've missed out on, I've sacrificed my happiness, my well-being. For me, I just couldn't bear anymore. To the point where a lot of you know, I almost give up my life. I almost commit suicide. But I believe in God. I believe in Allah. I believe in the universe, and and they show me a way. So what has it cost you so far if you think about it carefully? What are you unhappy about right now in this current area of your life because you thought, you know, you're not good enough? And let's pretend for a second, if you continue to do that, you continue to don't change, you continue to hold that limiting belief. Write that down, guys. Continue to hold that limiting belief for another 10 years. Continue to not change. Do what you are doing right now. Go back to what you've been doing exactly for the past 5 years, 10 years, 1 year. Continue to hold that for a second. I know a lot of you won't, but pretend if you did. Pretend for a second. I know it's not going to happen. Pretend that happened. What would it be like? Your health, your relationships, your kids, your finances, your well being, mentally, physically. How would you be like? I cannot bear. I cannot bear. When I thought about that, how would you be like? Your health, your relationships for the next 10 years, you don't change. You keep doing what you're doing right now and write that down as long as possible. Pause this video, pause it, write it down as long as possible. You can type it, you can write it, and send it to me on Instagram. Send it to me. I'm going to give you a powerful gift. Send it to me. Do this. Remember, success in life is how much action you take. It's not how much you know, it's how much action you take. Knowledge is not power. Taking action is a real power. So write that down, guys. The first one is what limiting belief that's holding you back. We all have some limiting beliefs that's holding us back. Second, what has that limiting belief cost you so far? What have you missed out on so far because you have that limiting belief? And number three, if you continue to do that, not change, pretend, if pretend, I know that's not going to happen, pretend, how would you then feel? What would you continue to sacrifice? How would your health look like? How would your relationship look like? How would you feel about yourself, your kids, yourself, your finances, your well-being, mentally, spiritually, emotionally? How would you feel? Write that down, each of them. For me, I literally got into the rock bottom. When that happened, I was at rock bottom and I felt that there is nowhere to go. And I show you my rock bottom just now. So write it down. What's the limiting belief that you have? And what has that cost you so far because of that limiting belief? And let's pretend if you don't change for another 10 years holding that, how would you be like? How would it look like? How would you feel? Write it down and send it to me so I can send you the gift. And pause it. Finished it. This one I'm going to show you like that. So, so how do successful investors really overcome this? Let's have a look. We recognize that the quality of our life depends on the number of uncertainty that we take. If you haven't finished the exercise, pause it, write down first, and send it to me so I can send you the gift. Yeah? Finish the exercise first before you come here. Make sure you write that down. And sometimes you can be emotional because, you know, sometimes it can be, and it's normal. And if you felt that, let me know. Yeah. Now, so how do successful people really overcome this? We recognize that the quality of our life depends on the uncertainty that we take. It depends on the risk that we take. Listening solely to our brain drive us to over-analysis paralysis and procrastination. So all wisdom said, follow our heart and gut. If you follow your heart and gut, you will take you outside of your comfort zone to achieve your dreams and goals. When everyone is feeling very fearful, panicking, it drives the stock price down to below the true value. Golden opportunity arisen. Fortune favors the bold. Write that down. Fortune favors the bold. Definition of courage. What is courage? You do it despite you feeling very uncertain and fearful. Now, I want to talk about wealth secret number two because this is quite important. It's actually to model successful people. Surround yourself with positive people. I really learned from one of my mentors called Tony Robbins. Anyone who know Tony Robbins? Yeah, I pay him a lot of money, and I attended almost all of his training. A lot of you, you know, and so surround myself with positive people. He really taught me about modeling success. He told me about the secret to success. Write it down. Is to model successful people. So you don't spend hours and days and years doing a lot of costly, unnecessary mistakes, doing it by yourself. He taught me that. So when I first want to get into trading and investing, I was asking my mom for money. I was like, because I have to pay for them. So I was borrowing money, get my funds and then getting trying to afford the training. And I asked my mom for money. And my mom literally, when I asked my mom for money, my mom literally slapped me on the face. A lot of you know about that story. If you watch my Instagram, they literally slapped me on my face. They said, Raven, why don't you just go back to your 9 to 5 job? Why are you trying to do something different? And I cannot forget that moment until today. I remember on that day, I looked myself in the mirror. I was crying big time. I was so sad. I was like, Mom, I was doing it to help our family. Why would you do this? Why would you slap me? I was doing it for you, for your family. Why would you do this? And when you people trying to put me down, I do whatever it takes to prove them wrong. And I study harder than ever. And I get to be really, really good at trading and investing. And I show my mom the result. I don't ask for permission. I show the result. I show my parents the result. I show my family the result. And every week she's asking me now, Raven, what stock should I buy? Raven, what stock should I sell? Which I'm very, very happy to hear about. My family, my brothers now trading just based on my watch list, just trading based on exactly what I just taught them, which I'm very, very happy to hear about. So the conclusion here is that sometimes you have to surround yourself with positive people. And sometimes people around you can be very negative. Because I used to want to go to one training course. Um, I used to want to go to this training course, and this training course costs like £10,000. And and when I brought my friend, and at the time my friend don't really like his job. He didn't really like his job. I say to my friend, hey, later I'm gonna book on that training course. Okay. And it's a self-development training course. And my friend told me at the time he didn't really like my job. He used to be my friend. He said, Raven, you should probably think about it. Raven, what if he's not good as what he is? Raven, you should probably, what if he's a scam? You should probably Google him. You should probably look at, what people say about him. You should probably do this. You should probably do that. So he's giving me all kind of excuses to say why I shouldn't do that course. And I say to him, Raven, I say to him, um, look, I know we are a very good friend. His name is Dylan. I know we are a very good friend, but I'm not interested in your excuses. I feel about this course. I want to do something to change my life. I want to go for it. And on the training, I during the break, I booked for the training course straight away. And I can tell you right now, Part of the reason why I'm so successful today, a lot of them is due to the training course, what he taught me. And I came back and a friend of mine asked see how I changed my lifestyle. He said, "Oh, Raven, I want to join that training course as well." And you know what happened? That guy no longer run the training course. Then that guy stopped doing the training and he cannot go into that training course. And guess what happened? At that moment, he really hates his job. He not really he found his job unfulfilling. He was stuck in a job that he doesn't really like. And what happened right now? He's still stuck in the job that he doesn't really like. So what does that mean? Sometimes that people around you want to protect you, want to protect you. So they will want to keep you safe. When you move out from your country, when you want to move out from your house, when you quit your job, when you try something new, people around you will normally want to protect you and say, you should probably shouldn't do it. But in life, remember, God give the vision to you and you only. I know that I have my mission. My wife is my aunt. My wife is my God. I have my vision for me, myself. It's my responsibility to make it happen. Not my neighbor, not my parents, not my best friend at the time. It's me and me only. So sometimes just surround yourself with positive people can be very, very helpful. Now, the stock market trading and investing is a market that worth trillions of pounds, trillions of dollars. It's like a bank safe. I will tell you something. Stock market is like you standing in front of the bank safe. If you're standing in front of it, what happened? Most people don't have the right combination code to open the bank safe. They don't have the right code. They don't have the strategies. But what if you got the right combination code? What if you got the password to open the bank safe? The bank safe open. You get the money out. Trading and investing is the same. Most people don't have the right combination code, don't have the right password. I personally spend literally more than £1 million. I never stopped. I keep on going. Next month I'm going here. Next month I'm going there. I'm just going to see Jensen Huang, the NVIDIA guy, to learn about AI. I'm going there. I never stops. I keep on investing in myself and spending 100K just to learn that. Every year I went to see Warren Buffett. All of that costs money and I never stops. 50K, 100K, I pay like that because I know this is an investment in myself. I always spend a portion of my income monthly into myself, 30%, 50%, whatever that is. I feel good. I feel excited. I feel that I'm growing. I'm expanding. I like learning stuff. Yeah. So most people don't have a right combination code. I spend more than £1 million my money and time learning from top traders and all around the world to get the combination code. Now, so what happens when you have a combination code? The bank safe open and you get the money from inside. So wealth secret number three, over delivering, help others. Do this not just for yourself. I'm a person who like to over deliver. Okay. I'm a person of my word. I like to over deliver. And we also want to help others because in life, once you get good at trading and investing, you can help people that you truly care about. You can help your charity, you help your cause, you can help your family, you can help your extended family, you can help your community. I also run a children wealth day. As I said, I always spend 10% of my money to give back. We run a children wealth day because it's such an important thing to learn trading and investing. And the younger that you start, the better it's gonna be for you. The biggest regret my students have is why they didn't start earlier, so they could have experienced more. Anyway, wealth secret number four is to how to protect your capital, how to cut your losses short and let your profit run. I'm gonna show it like that. So let me show you on here. Yep. How to cut your profit short and let your profit. How to cut your losses short and let your profit run. Let's do it one more time here. Cool. Now, most people do the opposite. So, for example, let's say you bought stock, okay? You saw, let's say, a triple bottom, okay? This is called a triple bottom. Let's say you saw a triple bottom. Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay, let's do it one more time. Let's say, let's do it here so you can see it here. So let's say you form a triple bottom. A triple bottom is a reversal pattern. So usually you will be buying it here. Okay, let's say you bought it. You draw a line. So let's say you bought it here. Okay. You buy here. So when you draw a line, you buy it here. Usually you will put something called it as a support line. So this will be your support line. So you do something what you call it as a sell stop. You put a sell stop. A sell stop is an automatic stop loss order to tell the broker to get you out from the trade to protect your capital. So you put your sell stop just right at the bottom. Sell stop. So that when it comes down here, you are out from this trade. So what will be your losses? You will be having a limited loss because you set your sell stop. You have a limited loss. What if it goes up? If the price goes up, you'll be going up like that. Okay, goes up like that. So what you do, you will cancel your sell stop and you drag it up. Okay, and then it goes up like that. You cancel your sell stop and you drag it up again. And it goes up like that. You drag it up. You drag it up again. So you we call it as a trailing stop. You lock in your profit. So if let's say the stock price is here, if it comes down, you have a limited loss. But because you keep trailing your stop up, you keep taking on the profits, keep going up. So what happened to your profit? You get something what we call it as unlimited profit. You get something what you call is an unlimited profit. This is how you're supposed to be trading. This is how trading is supposed to be done. You have a limited, you have a limited loss, very small losses, but you get unlimited profit. Because let's say if you bought it here, you will tell your broker that you put a sell stop order to fix your stop. But if the price continues to go up, if it doesn't touch your stop, if it continues to go up, you trail your stop out, you trail your stop out, you trail your stop up, and then you lock in your profit. Lock in profit, you have unlimited profit. If it keeps going up, you keep getting the profit. Wow. Most people have no idea about that. Most people buy stock, they cross their finger and they call it a day. Yeah. But most people have no idea. So what most people do when they have losses, they leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. Okay, let me hold it. Let me hold it for 5 years, 10 years losses. And they let their losses run. While the reality that what we should be doing is cut our losses short and let our profit run. So most people are doing the exact opposite if they have no mentor. So cut your losses short and let your profit run. How? By using a sell stop order. So let's have a look. So a sell stop is an automatic order that you set to tell your broker that when it reaches that price, you get you out from that trade. Example, I just showed you just now. Okay, I was drawing for you just now. So what is the advantage of having a stop loss order? You have a limited loss, but unlimited profits. You have to use it if you're leverage trades. You don't have to watch your trades. It takes just 1 hour a week. Similarly, you can also use a pending order to buy anything when the market is closed. In the evening or in the weekends, I like pending orders because you can do it anytime that you want. Most important principle of all, only enter trades with at least 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. For example, let's say you have a 10 trades. Each trade's maximum loss is £10, win is £20. There's 2-to-1. The question is, how many trades do you need to get it right out of 10 to make money? Let's say you have 10 trades. Each trade you win 20. If you lose 10. So how many trades do you need to get it right to make money? So let's have a look. So let's say the first trade you make 20. You make 20. But second trade, you get it right. Third trade, you get it right. Fourth trade, you get it right. But the next 6 trade, you are losing. You're losing 6 trade. So that means you only need 4 trades out of 10 to be making money. You only need 4 trades out of 10 to be making money. I just realized you cannot see. But let me make it clearer. So the first trade is 20, 20, 20 you make. Let's say 4 trades out of 10, you got 80. But if you lose six each of these trades, you're losing six. You're losing 10, so you lose 60 pounds, but you are making 80 pounds. So even though you just got four trades right, you are still making money. Yeah. So I hope this is clear. This is quite clear. 4 out of 10. Okay. In order to make money. That's powerful. That means even though you get more than half of your trades wrong, you will still be profitable. That is mind blowing when I know about that stuff. So let's say you have 10 trades, each trade maximum loss is 10, win is 20. Let's have a look. 10 trades. You can have 6 losses, 4 wins, 80. That means you just need 4 out of 10 right to be consistently to be profitable. In trading, stock either go up or down. Probability gain is already 50%. Obviously, in the training, we'll teach you how to get way more than 40%. Now, of course, with our exclusive training, you're going to get more than 40% win rate. We have more than 8,000 success testimony. Like, for example, the students Kate with 73% win rate. I've made £570,000 starting with a capital of 5,000 after doing Raven's weekly call. I'm just so glad I take a leap of faith and got a loan to join your one-to-one training. The students course graduate prevent the stock market crash and up 200% on the crypto. Using the diversification strategy taught by Raven, I prevented the stock Bitcoin market crash during Corona 2020, Corona 2021. I sold my stock investment in my pension just right before the turmoil in the stock market. I diversified my portfolio and hedged my risks to buy the recommended assets using diversification strategy. Not only I prevented a downfall of 40% on my stock portfolio, I'm up 200% on my alternate crypto portfolio. My ex-financial advisors were surprised by my move. I'm so grateful to discover this skill. 200% gain in 2 months. Ray Raven, thanks for the message. I love your training. I was complete beginner, not very technology savvy, doesn't know how to use the computer. The way you handhold my hand, step by step, giving clear guidance and step by step roadmap has given me a lot of confidence in trading. Right now, I have 200 gains in 2 months. A lot of students are 70-year-old, 80-year-old. They're still doing really, really well. I make £300,000 using Raven Trading watch list for 4 months. Your trading watches you send one-to-one mentorship has been really incredible, great, accurate with 90% accurate. Thank you for giving us the fish as well as teaching us how to catch a fish. I used to lose a lot of money on other people. Free signal with no explanation. Your £5,000 watches pay for itself many times back. Yeah. Yeah, so these students were making a lot of money, as you can see, £300,000 just using my watches for 4 months. This another students, oops, what's that? Let's look. Started with £500, turned into £250 in in 15 months time. KT. Raven, I just want to say thank you so much. Now, have a look on this. How do I play this?
Oh my God.
Okay, it's not playing the video. Oh, it's playing now. Let's have a look.
This is
It's a bit lagging.
and easy.
Let me do it one more time.
In the first month, I managed to make £3,000, and I was like, wow.
I earned $100,000 in the first 3 months.
How much you made? Around £4,000.
Well, less than 20 minutes.
Less than 20 minutes, less than you. I never thought that this is possible, like using my computer and my internet and staying in my bed, making money.
Oh my God. This is plus, that is profit. I made 2080. Start with £250, and I'm now about to have my first £5,000 week.
I have £400,000 loss.
It's very true. I'm there.
My mind is addressed that at the beginning I was a bit skeptical about betting because it sounded to me like a bit of gambling, but in reality it's not gambling at all.
A lot of financial issues and worries on a day-to-day basis as there's simply not enough money paid in the job. In my life, I was feeling pretty stuck. I was in a job that I no longer enjoyed.
I was depressed.
I was just living paycheck to paycheck, having.
But especially, I want to say a big thank you to Raven.
You taught me some of your best strategies, some of your best technique, really.
Raven's stresses are really easy to follow.
Raven, you've been there for us, and I didn't know anything when I first started. It was like you took my hand. You showed me how to cross the river. Really, you showed me how to cross the road.
And I'm so grateful that I've met you. You've been there for me, so you've been really a blessing for me. And
I didn't know anything, and I was shaking, and it was a bit shaky at the beginning. But thanks to your support, I managed to cross that road. I managed to cross that river, thanks to you. So God bless you.
You've really changed my life.
And he was always there to help us.
And I paid for my trip.
And now it's exciting as you have given me hope and that there is no need to keep worrying about money. Just having the extra money has been able to allow me and my husband to finally get married. We obviously got our son. We found a new place to live. Yeah. And now I also have the choice whether I decide if I want to go back to work or not. And it's just freed me. And it's the most amazing feeling in the entire world.
Live the life of my dream, fulfilled, connected with joy.
Clear all of our mortgages and the other debts we have.
I want to say a big thank you to Raven.
I would like to say a big thank you.
I'm just really, really grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. You're cool, Raven. Appreciate it. Cheers, mate. Thank you, Raven.
So I just want to say thank you.
I would like to say a big thank you on behalf of my husband as well. Thank you very much, Raven, for all your efforts and support.
You've changed my life in so many ways, and I'm extremely grateful for it.
And I recommend everyone to try it. It's a good way of making money, and you don't really do anything.
Honestly, guys, if you want to get to the next level, this is the one. And I would really eagerly recommend this program to somebody who wants to be financially independent.
Lost a lot of money before then. I've been trading since 2017 and I lost a lot of money. Thing is, they actually showed me a system that actually works for the first time ever. And I managed to make 50% of my portfolio.
Raven, he's a lovely guy. He's very passionate. He's very enthusiastic. He goes way beyond the call of duty and he goes extra mile. To be honest, it's the best thing that you could, it's the best investment you could do. It's something like 5 weeks I've made on about 20 grand. But this is having done quite a practice.
So I've just hit £100,000.
Best investment course of the world. I really, really believe that. And my coach is Raven, and I really can recommend them to everyone because he's also the best teacher there is. What I really love about them both is because they have such a beautiful energy and yeah, and they make everything so simple. So I think everyone can learn that, but you have to learn it from the best. And and Raven are the best. And
thank Raven for getting me on board. Hi Raven, I wanted just to make this video to thank you for your help by sharing the strategy and
Raven, 19.
Wow. Sorry. Oh, I always get emotional seeing this again. And every day and every week, we just have students which keep sharing their journey, sharing their success. I always get emotional because this is my why. Seeing this is my wife. There's no better thing that I would like to do in my entire world than seeing this and seeing student success. And the best part is 90% of these students that you see, they are complete beginner. They never done this before. They never met me before. Most of them met me on Instagram just like that. And they get on the call with me. They just take a leap of faith. They just go in like that. And they share their success straight away. And not straight away, but yeah, which I'm super, super humble. A lot of them has experienced between 1, 2, 3 extreme fears. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you can experience that, just 1, 2, 3 extreme fears market situation, I'm waiting for your testimony. Just waiting for your video. Yeah. So wow, this is the reason why I do what I do. People often ask me, Raven, why don't you sit on the beach? Why don't you just do nothing? Why Warren Buffett is still working? Why people are still spreading positivity? That's the reason. That's the reason. Seeing people like that, there's no better things, better job, better business, better thing that I would rather do than waking up seeing this. Oh, sorry, I got so emotional saying this because this meant the world to me. That's the reason why I do what I do. I'm so thankful for a lot of you who are watching this, for a lot of my successful students who are seeing this. I'm going to tell you right now, thank you for putting a trust in me. More importantly, thank you for putting a trust in yourself, taking a leap of faith in me, taking a leap of faith in you. Basically, I'm going to let you know, once you're students, you're forever my students, and we are always there to support you, to handle you. Anytime you have a questions, you want to buy something, you want to, you want to share me your journey, you want to share me your success, just let me know. And we are always here for you. Yeah. So thank you so much for listening, and for a lot of my students who are a lot, you can see a thousand of testimonies, thousand of them are probably watching right now, and to say thank you so much for a lot of you. You are the reason what I do today. And the good news is, when you can see, we're always growing. Some of you know me 10 years ago, some of you know me 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 years ago. Some of them probably know me for like eight or even 10 years. Yeah, 9 years, 10 years. And I'm so grateful for you. And a lot of you go on to part of our community, part of my friends, and we are like a family. So thank you so much for a lot of this. So let's get straight into it. Seeing your success, seeing how you change your life is the biggest gift, is the best gift you can ever give to a mentor, to a teacher. Now let's continue. Let's continue.
Oh my God.
Oops. Let's click next. How do I click next? Yeah. So how do I have, the question is, how do I have so many success testimonies, so many successful students? Because what I know, what I teach works. Yeah. How do I have so many success testimonies, sharing their success, sharing their journey? Because what we teach works, because of a powerful trading strategy. Now you have the exact steps, kind of. You have 3 out of my 8 steps to really implement. Now you really have around 3 choices right now. The choice one that you have right now is you do nothing after this training. You procrastinate, you analysis paralysis, you go back to your old life, you let your fear stops you. You'll be like, you'll have this limiting belief, you continue to hold them. And you continue to swap your most valuable time for money. Or you let your pension, you let your savings continue to erode your savings earnings silently. You don't want to learn a new skill. That's a choice number one. You continue to sacrifice, you're the top one, you're the top one most valuable resources that you have. And you probably do what you always do right now. You do nothing, and you think you are saving money, not doing anything. You think you are saving your risk. You think you're not taking a risk. You think it's the safest thing ever, but indirectly, that's going to cost you even more. Yes, it's going to cost you even more, because with the money that you have in your bank right now, with inflations going on right now, with your financial advisors going to your pensions right now, as I say, even though you are feeling you're not giving it, losing anything, but you are losing it. Minimum, you're already losing 1,500 pounds a month, not letting, not using the power of compound interest, not starting now. Yeah. So you might think that you're not losing. You might think that your do nothing is fine. You might think the fear is fine, but it's actually going to cost you more. That's choice number one. You continue to do what you've been doing for another 10 years. Choice number two, that you can attempt to follow the steps in this training by yourself. Um, what's going to happen here right now is you could, what's going to happen here right now is you might, now, choice number two, um, so most people might want to do it by yourself and you likely lose money until you figure it out. Or you might be making a little bit of your money, but it's still not more than inflation. It's still not more than what you could have potentially made. Or you can take years or decades, another 40 years to accomplish what you want to accomplish, to achieve your dreams and goals. Take another 40, 50 years of you doing it by yourself, kicking tires, or just reinventing the wheel, and or information overload, going through this kind of free stuffs online, not knowing what is right, not knowing what is wrong, not having a proven process, no guarantee of success, and stressful, a lot of trauma, give up. Like most people have trauma of swimming, never want to swim again. Things will likely break without proper guidance, or you just give up. Choice number three, or if you were anything like me, you can try to make an application. If you're a high achiever, you're really serious about your success in life, you try to make an application to qualify for my one-to-one mentorship training, where I have and we have helped hundreds of normal, everyday people, even complete beginner, to implement this trading and investing system and achieve consistent profitability, taking 1 hour a week without staring at your screen hours a day, or do tons of your research. Choice number three, you're going to have an accelerated learning curve, much faster, enjoyable, with a group of like-minded community. You will be learning some of the best strategies that you will never ever be able to figure it out if you do another 100 years doing it by yourself. If I don't learn from top traders one-to-one around the world, I will still be stuck and still live paycheck to paycheck. And second is simple, no sweat frameworks to follow. With track record of success, I've spent literally more than £1 million of my money and time learning from top traders all around the world, and compile everything into this training. This is my life work, because I don't just give you the fish, I also teach you how to catch the fish yourself, so you become an independent, successful trader. So you can pass this skill down your generations when you no longer have to swap time for money. AI is coming in. You might think that doing nothing is safe, but you know, the only way how you can overcome AI is actually by doing trading and investing. Now, this mentorship training is my life work. This is the exact system that I wish I had when I first started many years ago. I would have given everything to get this kind of help sooner. With the right steps in place, I went from less than £500 in my bank account to more than 17 million. And it's growing. Never in every single extreme phase that we have, I'm going to grow even more. Never in a million years when I thought someone like me, coming from a broken background, traditional, conservative, with an accent, lack of confidence, always don't believe in myself, started as a complete beginner with no experience, always thought the only way to make money is by swapping time for money, can make it. Now, what is even cooler than my own success, though, is the fact that I've been able to duplicate the success for my own students. Like, what would you get if you get accepted? Our exclusive 8-step trading investing $1 million strategy, with a training portal with a password, weekly coaching call, one-to-one mentoring session, 24/7 trading investing lifetime support, powerful trading personal buy and sell watch list during extreme fear. Here's a breakdown of what it looks like to work with me or us if you get accepted. In the week 1 itself, we will review, we will help you. This is what it says. Setting up your trading and investing account portfolio properly in the tax-free way. A lot of people make a lot of money from trading, but they have to pay a lot of tax because they didn't set it up the right way. You get to take control back of your financial future. You start to gain a lot of confidence with our guidance and realize that you don't need any fund managers, mutual funds no more. That is costing you at least millions. If with our help, you will perform at least 50 times to 100 times better than your fund manager, even with even lower risk. You will immediately know that the training doesn't cost you money. It makes you money and work eventually and walking you through execution. You will also get access to our education password protected personal learning portal so we can review progress and success. In a week 2, start implementing my 5-step $1 million strategy with very small account or with a demo account, making sure any mistakes aren't costly, building your confidence up. This is a great way to build your confidence while putting things into practice with my help. And week 3, we will be scaling up your trading profits, not just hit your income goal, but way exceed your income goal. You're going to attend my weekly coaching call where we call out potential trades, especially during extreme fear time, review and analyze your trades. You will also utilize leverage education videos. Number 4, scale up your trading success with the earning powerful guidance. Every week, we're going to meet up together. You show me your homework. You show me your trades. You show me what questions you've got. We meet up every single week. We correct your blind spots that you were never able to figure it out if you do it by yourself for another 10, 20, 50 years by yourself. Really powerful stuff. This is why top athletes have coaches. Top athletes have a mentor. Yeah, you will finally learn how the top 1% analyze financial statements super fast, taking 1 hour a week. Month 2 to 3, once you start to get good, you start to consistently see in your growth and in your income, following our proper withdrawal system. A lot of our students change their life once they experience between 1 to 3 extreme fears time. Month 6 to 12, compound interest started to powerfully scale up your savings and income, where you're trading and investing when it's way more than your job, expense, and lifestyle. This is where our students on average have a career change, work half a day, week, out of passion, start a new charity foundation when they are financially abundant after 12 to 15 months' time. Once you made your first 100K, I will personally invite you to my house to have a celebration dinner in London. A lot of you know where I live, just in the Sky Pool, just right there, Embassy Garden. Now, maybe I'll invite you somewhere else. Let's see. I will work with you personally when we meet to hit your first £1 million. Yeah, a lot of properties in London. Now, a lot of them are just my hobby. Bad news is, I want to tell you what's the bad news. The bad news is I cannot help everyone and everybody because this is my time involved. I only have 24 hours a day. I cannot spread myself too thinly. So if you book the call this week, okay, if you book the call using the link below, you will book it now using the link below, but you will choose your date a few days from now. If you get qualified, we will qualify you. I will ask you a couple of questions. One of my team might qualify you. If you get accepted by me and my team this week on the phone call, for the first 17 people, I will also make you an incredible offer if you get accepted on the phone call. Now, who is this mentorship for? As I say already, if it's for anyone, it's not for, sorry. Who is this mentorship not for? It's not for anyone who wants to get rich quick. If you're looking for a quick fix, do nothing, click one button, 5 million fall from the sky. This training is not for you. So don't apply if you're not going to do 1 hour week work. Second, or you just want to get rich quick scheme, you want like free signals, don't apply. Second, people who aren't willing to invest time and money. Yes, in order to get ahead in life, in trading and investing, the more you invest in yourself, the further ahead you will get because the more attention you will give. Many of you know, many years ago, I used to teach two groups of students. Group A invested time and money. Group B paid nothing. Guess which, they both invested time, by the way, but just like group B paid nothing. Guess which group of students get a better result? Have a guess. Group A. Why? I don't know. Hence, after realizing the more people invest, the better result they get. So if you ain't willing to invest in yourself, this training is not for you. Yeah. Even my mom, when she was asking me, my brother asking me, and my best friend, I also charge them a lot of money. Why? Because I know that then they were gonna get really good result, and they did. Now, for individuals who can't spend 1 hour a week, the trading, yep, this is not going to be for you because trading profitably is about, it can be on the evening, can be on the weekend. Trading profitably is about following a set of proven strategies that work and get the same result. You can do it in the evening or the weekend. This training is not for you if you cannot do 1 hour a week to make an extra income every month. Now, who is this for though? This is for people who 9 to 5, you can do any jobs on the weekends, any jobs that you are doing if you just want another stream of income. If you're entrepreneurs, you're business owners, self-employed, who just want to stop swapping your time for money and let your money to work for you. If early retirees want to attach your purpose, responsibility to some kind of your day, you want to make an income, you want to retire because of your health problem, you want to health situation, you want to retire comfortably, you don't want to worry about retirement, cannot travel, or you want to retire comfortably for the rest of your life, take first class, business class, luxury holiday. You deserve it. You've worked so hard. Or just want to build a generation wealth for yourself or for your family. Or for people who are just stay at home mom and dad, we have students like one of the students called Emily's as well, like she got pregnant and then suddenly ask me for the video. I will send it to you. She got pregnant and then suddenly she's like, you know what, I'm learn trading and investing while I'm at home. And then she learned it. She on maternity leave and she will be like finish maternity leave and she said, you know what, I do not want to go back to work anymore. And she's just trading full time and she made enough money to trade full time. £5,000 a week, that's £20,000 a month from trading. And the college students who have the ample capital to start trading, has a passion for trading and investing to make an income from the laptop or from home, who just want to build a financial future. If this sounds like you, book a call using the link below. Let's have a chat. By clicking the link down below, apply now. There's a link. Can you see there's a red color link somewhere at the bottom? In our 45 minutes qualifying call, during this call, you cannot be driving, you are not multitasking, you got to be there. Full attention because I will be giving you full attention. My team will be giving you full attention. You will go over what? Your current situation, where you are trying to get to, how's your current trading at all if you are trading, if you're not, that's fine. Mapping out your next step to get you 5 to 100K a month. And then only if we feel like you're a good fit for our mentorship training, a lot of students even make more than that. And we will give you a specific action plan for the next steps to work with us. Guarantee, if you don't make at least 10 times your investment with us in your first 24 months, provided that you follow the steps, attend the weekly call, and do the little homework that I gave you on the weekly call, we will refund you your entire payment and pay for your £500 for time wasting. Important. This is my time involved. So I'm only looking to access 70 students at any one time, so I cannot help everyone. We are only looking to work with people who are hungry individuals looking to win and serious. So if this sounds like you, depending on how serious you are, you might get to speak with me or one of my team. If you're super serious, you want to speak with my team, with me, then I will speak with you. But if you're not serious, I might ask you to watch a couple of videos first before you get to speak with me or our team. Yeah. So if you want more videos, just let me know. But anyway, click the green apply button or whatever button at the bottom. You scroll down, book a time. You can select your time, your calendar time. Takes 2 minutes to complete the questions. Yeah. You want to complete the questions properly because it depends. By reading your questions, I can see whether you are serious or not to accept your phone call. Because right now, you're probably watching this, decided if you want to take that leap of faith and leave your old life behind. And this is the analogy I like to make of a stinky, ugly oasis. Right now, you are in the middle of a desert and you are in stinky, ugly oasis. You are in this place. And you need to leave that stinky oasis and to go out into that gorgeous, beautiful oasis. You want to go to a nice place. I get it. You feel trapped in that stinky oasis. Maybe your family has been there for generations. Maybe you feel that there's just no way out and you get lost trying to find a beautiful oasis. Maybe you find that you're not cut out for it. That happiness and joy is for other people, it's not for you. Maybe you're super scared. And this is why if you are trying to get to the beautiful oasis on your own, you might get lost. You may never get there if you do it on your own. You need a tour guide. Make sure you don't get stepped on the rattlesnake or get caught in the quicksand. You need someone who's been there, done that, to show you how. That's the secret to success, modeling successful people. You need an experienced guide who's been there before, has gone to the beautiful oasis himself, and has brought dozens of people as well, just like yourself, from the stinky oasis to the beautiful oasis that you dream about. It's time to start living. The stinky oasis is in the past. Your time is now. And as your guide, I'm ready to take you to your dream oasis. So let's do it. Click the link below and schedule a call if you are serious. I will speak to you, or my team will speak to you on the phone if we think you are serious. If you're not, we're just going to send you more videos. Book a call now. If you want more videos, just ask for more videos. If you think you are serious, you think you're ready to start, you want to get the ball rolling, you want to stop procrastinating, you're ready to get on, you want to stop, as Warren Buffett says, as Benjamin Franklin says, if we think education is expensive, try ignorance. And as you said, inflation is eating you. Parasites, the three parasites that we talk about, and the financial advisors, your pension, your all of that. Just remember, in life, we are going to make a lot of decisions in our life, probably thousands of decisions. But guess how many decisions in your life do you need to make to change your life for the better? Just one. A lot of our students, the decision that they take to invest in themselves, to develop themselves, has totally changed their life for the better, which I'm super happy to hear about. You might not have pensions, that's absolutely fine. But if you are serious about growing your wealth increasingly and reliably to making an income, use the link down below to book a call and we will qualify you to see whether it's a good fit. Yeah? Book it only when you are serious. I'll speak to you, or my team might speak to you on the phone call if you are serious. Speak to you soon.